And we have
turn the music volume up on Discord, so when you start playing music again.
Yeah. So, we are now live. Welcome everybody to this first kind of ish episode of Squabbles, a Monster Hunter Story Group A. We're gonna be doing. I kind of mentioned already on my Patreon, on Discord, and I didn't mention it actually in the Monster Hunter subreddit, and I probably should have, but we're transitioning over two of the groups from the, my highest level groups, from the Monsters of the Week style game to an actual story campaign. And as you can see, I kind of upgraded a couple things. We have a Corgi, which is one of our players, is fancy. And otherwise, we're going to kind of just play through a story campaign, which I haven't done in like 2 years, so this is kind of nerve-wracking, and I mentioned to the players already. You all should, if you've watched before, should know who everybody is. The Corgi is Heavy. Gerathor is Logan. Shaseth is Mid. And Flight is also Heavy, because that's how it works. It's also legendary. I had it. So, the story, for the most part, we're going to kind of get into it. It's going to take place a little bit after, a couple weeks after you all, your last hunt, where you hunted down the Kieran, with a little bit of information on that. We'll introduce our characters and all that type of stuff in the actual game. But yeah, I think we're just kind of ready to get into it if you guys are too.
Squawk!
Yeah.
All right.
That was loud.
Turn him down.
Freedom is loud.
I'm trying to figure out why you sound like an 8-bit like miniature and everyone else is
because I am amazing. I'm clearly getting into character.
Wants to be Mega Man.
I'm clearly in character.
I checked the stream audio and it's so much clearer than my Discord audio. It's super weird.
I don't know.
ML is also a lot quieter.
Oh, something's dying.
I don't know. Well,
oh, there we go.
I didn't change anything at all.
Legendary died for a second.
The Discord overlay moved.
Oh, interesting. Oh wait, it did?
It's the same for me. Twitch audio is a lot crisper.
Oh, well, I don't know it. I wonder actually. I have an idea behind that. 1 second.
Is your Discord
I definitely wasn't fucking with some shit. Oh no. It's picking up the microphone for the cord cam right now. That's what it looks like. It's
pretty good.
You're right.
You're fencing away from it.
So let's go ahead and
it'll be
disable that
before we got corgied.
There, that might be better now.
Chris.
Oh yeah, that's a lot
right in my ears.
That explains that. Yeah, fucking plug in a webcam and it always transitions it over to a default device, which is stupid. So glad
your beard's about cleared up more.
I have no idea why it would do that.
Now everybody is loud.
Yes. Okay, delete
Freedom.
that thing that was there. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. I actually have like stuff to read and whatnot. It's not just
reading.
I have all sorts of notes and like here's what I should read at the start. It's fancy. So let's get into the game. That music going. All right, so we begin our journey like we always have. Floating down in from the clouds above one of the many villages of the old world. As we travel down, we see the sun rising over the snow-covered mountains east of Poke Village. The village itself, as we kind of float down towards it, is lively as ever, with the smithy hard at work, working on some new weapon or armor. You got guild workers transporting a recently killed Popo, brought back by a veteran hunter, and Lineans preparing some ingredients for a large meal. It's been a week since you returned from your last hunt when you encountered the dead poacher and the vial of purple liquid. During this time, members of your party, possibly yourself, have spent some time researching, trying to determine what the liquid is and why the poacher had it on them. And as we wind through the town, past the guild hall and the village chiefs, we come upon a row of hunters' homes, where we see each of you preparing your things after receiving a request to come see the guild manager. So what we're going to do is since we haven't done it in a very long time and it's the start of a brand new, in a sense, campaign, we're going to describe our rooms and then we will describe our characters, especially since we have two new characters in this group. So,
Oh boy.
haha. So, let's go ahead and start out. I'm just going to go in the order I have on the stream ahead of here. Let's go ahead and start with Flight. Flight, would you please describe what your room looks like and what you look like? And what you're doing.
I am a whopping 4-foot tall bald eagle covered in the Star-Spangled Banner. I am covered head to toe in just pure America, got guns on my side, ammunition, explosives all around the room, and my faithful companion, the mini orc, is loading up my bag full of bombs, barrel bombs for usage later.
Nice. All right, so as we pan through the wall into the next little hunter's hut, let's go ahead and take a look. Gerathor, what does your room look like? And what do you look like? Oh, you're muted.
Push to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I have that on because it's way clearer. It's probably pretty generic, I would say. Definitely akin to like a jock's room, but it's big enough that he basically has his gym in there as well.
Nice.
There's be like a silver, like just winged badge on this on the side wall, just for the sake of like, it's pretty cool. And then there's just different varieties of skulls of the monsters that he's been able to slay, and then harvest the skull and keep it back for a keepsake. Helps with the memory.
Okay. And as we pass through you, as you're finishing getting your stuff prepared, we see your room. Mage, please describe your room and what you look like.
Mage stands around 5'7" and is very thin. It seems he's unhealthily thin, as he is simply standing around in his room with books floating around his space. You see his walls are lined with shelves of different kinds of text varying from different widths and heights. On his desk and on his walls, you see magic circles just seemingly faintly glowing all over the place, as little bright puffs of magical particles seem to just be like fireflies around his room, just dancing around, as he seems to be reading multiple books at the same time.
Okay, very cool. And then finally, we leave your room from another wall and into your Shaseth. Please describe your room and your character.
Shaseth room. Shaseth is 6'3". Very snake-like, Dalamander born. Black spikes going everywhere, all the way up his head. His room right in the middle has a sun. What do you call it? A sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
A window to the roof to let the light in.
Why can't I think of the word either? But I know exactly what you're saying.
Sunroof.
Wow. No. It's early. It's early.
Caw-caw, says the bird.
As he flies over. Continue, please.
It's it points a nice large 4-foot square beam of sunlight to with a nice rocking chair with no back, of course, because spikes would tear it up.
Of course.
Nice spot to sun while sharpening his greatsword in.
Okay. Very cool. So, as the four of you finish gathering your things, you all kind of head out at around the exact same time. I'm going to give you a map because I made a map.
You made a map for us?
I made a map. Should get Shasta out there.
Oh.
We got some Poke Village over here on the screen. There we go. So, the four of you pop out of the buildings on the far right of the area. If you want, you can drag your token out. So the very bottom one would be Shaseth. Mage, you would be the second one from the bottom. Gerathor third, and Flight would be the fourth one. I see a mini orc.
He's having a hard time coming over.
Actually, that would be Shaseth. Yours is here, Flight.
I don't seem to be able to drag. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you drag the name rather than the picture.
Yeah, that's always a pain. Otherwise, you're just trying to reorganize the stuff. So you all arrive out into Poke Village, where it's lively. Smithy is hard at work. You can hear the clangs of hammer on steel. You see you're currently a little bit lower than the main area of Poke Village. You're probably about 10-15 feet down or so, because it kind of travels down to the area. Your guild hall is obviously where it's always been, just slightly around the rock in this big old building here. You have the training school up in the north, which you've all been to at one point or another, with the armor of some ancient hunters with their like statues and graves behind. You have the provisioner's stockpile or general store. And then you have another hunter's home over here. There's a couple more that would kind of go down the line. They're just off screen. And then the other, like, 3 or 2 that are just north of you all. So, you all see each other. You kind of group up and meet. You guys talk to each other as you're walking. You guys just kind of walk in silence. How does this game start out with us all seeing you together for the first time?
It starts out with me complaining about the cold. I grew up in a desert. This is way too cold.
You'll get used to it if you live in high elevations.
I definitely am out of my element right now.
See, he's agreed with me.
Would you like me to fix that up for you? I can give one of you a nice fur coat.
That'd be wasted on me. I'd tear it up.
I don't think it'd last 5 minutes.
So as they refuse your offer, which you've all hunted before, you all know each other. This isn't in some cases some of you know each other longer than others, like Gerathor and Flight. You've probably hunted a bit more with each other than than Mage and Shaseth. Mage, how was Mage introduced to the group? I guess in this case, did Heavy introduce Mage to them? Like, as Heavy took a step away to do something else?
Yeah. So Heavy and Mage are old adventuring companions.
Okay.
Mage is one of the very few people that Heavy respects, just because of his power alone, despite being so young, and that's why he trusts Mage to take his spot while Heavy has to take care of some personal things.
So you've obviously Gerathor, Flight, but you've all hunted together at least a few times at a minimum. And this is kind of the core group at this point. Shaseth, how did you end up with this group? I guess is a good question.
Gerathor would be a up and coming rising dragonborn hunter, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have I think joined the group based on his popularity.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, so you're just trying. In a sense, it's maybe I can learn from him. Maybe I want to be better than him. It's obviously whatever you want. But there's definitely a goal behind getting in the group with Gerathor, and obviously Gerathor, he's proved to be a valuable ally.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
So, you all continue talking. Mage, while they're kind of making their comments about the cold and all that type of stuff, standard, how's the weather banter. Are you were kind of quiet during that time? Is Mage just kind of taking it all in? Are you curious about what you're being summoned for or anything like that?
Mage just kind of walks out and then snaps his fingers 3 times, casting prestidigitation on himself to warm his body.
A cheater.
Every time he gets a chill, warm.
So it doesn't really phase him as much.
I look at that, and I pull out that little vial from our last adventure. It's like, I thought you couldn't resist the cold like that.
Well, resisting cold and being warm are 2 different things.
Good to know. I pull out a notebook and start writing it. I don't write anything in English or common.
Okay.
It's all bird. Squawk.
All Aarakocra, which is Orin?
Scratch.
It is actually Aarakocra's its own language, apparently.
Nice. So Aarakocra. Okay, so you eventually all make it to the guild hall, which I do not actually have a guild hall map for. I apologize. But you enter into the guild hall, and it's like every other one you've seen. A large brown building, snow-covered roof. And as you enter in, you see the guild receptionist, and you all know her at this location as Shirley.
Shirley can't be serious.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And actually, this is legit lore, because Shirley is actually the guild receptionist for the Poke Village. So she kind of wears the basic guild receptionist outfit that's yellow. She has a blue plaited skirt with some brown boots, because obviously she's walking in the snow most of the time. You all know Shirley. She's very she seems tired a lot of the time. She yawns a lot, but you know that she takes a lot of pride in her work, and she tries to do the best she can for all of you. So as you all enter in, she's just like, "Welcome, hunters. Glad to see you made it. The guild manager is ready for you. If you want," and she kind of like points to her office. You head on in when you're ready. If you need to stop and grab some breakfast or something, that's perfectly okay.
Oh hell yeah! Give me that breakfast.
Can't go without food.
Okay, I'll let her know.
Walk past, just like as always, just like fist bump.
Oh yeah.
And she's so used to it, she does it.
Yeah,
I
just-
give Heavy an
just
umbrella.
the
I give Mage an
casual
umbrella
thing.
so we can block the gore.
So you all, I guess, I sit down for kind of a quick meal. Ordering up some, I don't know, some popo eggs, maybe, or something like that.
Popo egg?
Popo eggs?
Hey guys, this is Monster Hunter. We already know everything comes from an egg. So yeah, popo
This
eggs.
is Pokemon.
I mean, even we come from eggs.
Palamutes come from eggs. We learned it. It happens. Everything's eggs. So yeah, some popo eggs that hatch into little popos. But yeah, so they're like ostrich eggs, I guess, in a sense. You sit down, you have some eggs, you get some bacon from the big old popo that they took to the back earlier, and you
Grand butter.
it is some mufa butter.
Oh,
So
doesn't tingle quite right.
so you sit down, you have a nice meal. During the time, you guys having conversations about things. What are you doing?
What do you think they need us for?
Probably just another standard hunt, you know the drill. We always get summoned like this, don't we?
Always.
Usually, it's just us running into each other at the guild hall and deciding that something needs to die today.
True. We should really work on a more flashy entrance.
Oh,
You know what? Poses are pretty cool. Actually, I've been working on a kind of emblem for a team based off of Nergigante.
Hell yeah.
so if you pose like this and I pose like this,
And then we got Heavy in the middle, posing like this. Oh, it's perfect.
And then Heavy can use prestidigitation to cause like fireworks or something. It's genius.
We all look like the Ginyu Force.
Shirley's just kind of looking at you, kind of confused as you're all just like standing in the middle of the guild hall between the rows of benches and tables, like just in a weird pose. She's like,
Builds
whatever.
camaraderie.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You guys do what you guys do. You.
We do us.
Okay. Right. Are you finished with your meals, or should I let her know that you're ready?
yeah.
Yeah, I think we're ready.
And so she goes to the door, kind of knocks, and just like cracks it open. She says something you can't hear because you're still walking. She kind of hurried her way there. She goes, "She's ready to see you now." And as you walk into the guild manager's hall or office, it's pretty basic. There's a lot of research books on one wall, which Mage maybe you've noticed a couple times, a few times you've been in here before. The guild manager herself is a tall female Wyverian. She has on kind of like almost kimono-esque like outfit. It has a bits of purple kind of covering like the lower half of it, and like one stripe kind of going through where it crosses her chest. She looks at you all and goes, "Oh yes, please do come in, sit down." She looks at you all. "Please sit."
Oh yeah.
I prefer to stand, thank you.
I
What?
perch on
Fine,
top of
fine.
Gerathor.
I think your head hits the roof.
She's got a nice tall, like, there's always a second story of the guild halls. In her case, she has a nice large, arcing office. So that whole area's open enough for Flight to sit on top of you if you allow it.
If there's a
I
nice
allow it.
stool,
Yeah.
I'll sit on the stool. Otherwise, I don't want to wreck the chair.
Yeah, she was prepared for you, so there's definitely a stool.
Challenges of being Dalamanderborn.
Yes. Well, I have invited you all here to let you know, and she kind of points to her flight. You, Mage, were you also working on trying to do any kind of research into this vial of liquid that you guys found?
It was his blood.
No, it's not his blood. It was, well, yeah, it's in his blood. But in this case, it's a pure, purple vial versus his blood. And I'm just curious if Mage was doing research with you, Flight, and some of the other guild researchers that are available currently in the guild here. Or was he not doing something else or whatnot? I'm just seeing who was involved.
Mage would be very interested in trying to research it just for the sake of it might lead to something new for the sake of magic. Okay.
So she looks at you and goes, as you know, you Flight, you Mage, have been doing research on the vial. As she kind of points to Flight, who still, you said you had it on you. And we've had no luck. So we sent a request to Dundorma to have a elite researcher from the Academy come and visit to assist in the research, but he is currently 2 days late. And I have volunteered you to go find him. We know the path he was expected to take, and what we need for you to do is track him down, because, as you know, whatever's in that, which she actually, she holds her hand out to take it from you, is dangerous.
I look at the vial, look at her, look at the vial, look at her, I look at Mage, I'm like...
She looks at you and goes, I'm sending you on a dangerous mission. If you die and that is lost, then all could be lost. You can have it back when you return.
Look dejected, give it to her.
Thank you. So she just sets it on the desk. It's still in the open. She doesn't lock it away or anything like that. But she just sets it down the desk. Shirley will provide you with the travel plans of the Mage. His name is, at least what we call him, his name is Rewix. And we would, the fastest you can find him, the better. Do you have any questions?
What area was he lost in?
Well, he's actually traveling from Berna, which, let's go ahead and give a map here. Give you guys an idea.
We have the world map.
We have a world map. So he's traveling from Berna to the Poke Village, so he's got to go around the mountains, obviously. It's never safe to go through the mountains. A lot of wild animals, monsters. But he's traveling up through the northern, or the northwestern, around the mountain, kind of following a standard trail. There's a village or two along the way. And that, which you guys would all know, like, these villages there's no guild halls in these villages. They're small villages. Typically, requests are sent from them to, like, Poke Village or Berna to the Hunter's Hall to assist them when they need it. So, and he traveled over towards Poke Village. It's a pretty straight shot. We expected him to take about a day or two to get here, and he has not arrived.
Yes. What was the name of our person again?
Rewix.
Rewix.
Yep. Rewix.
Alright. What is his race appearance like?
Of course.
I don't think I've known of this person, so I need a pretty good description.
Obviously, yes. So
Police profiling.
So Rewix, as she describes to him, is an older gentleman. He is human. White hair, white scraggly beard. Basically he's what you would assume a wizard looks like. Can't miss him. Robes, typically, more often than not. He will have, if you run him on the road, he will have more than likely a large component pouch. No. Component pouch. Rude. And he will have a symbol of the Academy on him.
Oh.
Alright, I think I can work with that.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he was traveling on foot?
Yes.
Good news for Shaseth and Gerathor, then. We're going to a warmer climate.
Yes.
Thank God.
Okay. Is there anything else? And as she goes, is there anything else you hear out loud? I have an explosion outside. And she kind of startles.
Run outside.
Go see what that is.
Please don't be my house. Please
I'm
don't be my
already
house.
out the door.
Yeah, she's saying that. Let's drag us back over.
Yeah.
All right. As you all run out, let's go ahead and move yourselves to the guild hall door over here. Move your little mini dudes if you got to move them. So I'll go running out. Go ahead and put yourselves like where you would be standing. Like you give yourself, 10, 15 feet or something like that around as you come out. So you come running out, you see like the villagers are like staring, and you're like looking, trying to figure out what's going on. You turn and you look towards the one hunter home near the guild hall, just south of the lake. I'm gonna zoom out for the stream, and the roof has blown open.
Oh no.
Whew, not my house.
Oh man! So
Usually it is your house.
So
Oh, I had 2 houses. Yeah.
not this time.
Right.
So, as you are looking in that direction, you start to see a large gray-like hand. A tripedal hand. I don't know. I can't remember what that's actually called. Reached out on the top of the roof. The roof itself is kind of blown open, right in the center, and then you see a large gray white-skinned, flat, like wide head. Probably the head's like 3 or so feet across, stretching out of the building. Like its neck is just elongated out, and just lets out just a scream.
Well, that's not good.
As you see, it's not good. You see, it starts to like pull itself up and out, and as you do, you see yellow along its frill on the lower part of its neck, and the whole tail as it pops out is a glowing yellow color. Let's go and show you the token.
What on earth?
Zoom in.
Here,
That's a something.
give you a nice little picture there.
Would I need to make a knowledge check, or can I just announce what I know what it is?
Give me a knowledge check, actually, because you technically, you know what this is, but you don't. It looks different.
All right. History, animal handling.
It would be, typically we would do history like in the field. We're going just generic knowledge in this case, so we're not hunting anything or trying to figure something out, so just history would make sense.
Okay. Oh,
Crikey.
11. You know it's a Giganox, but you've never seen a Giganox that is like part yellow, part gray. It's a,
Inform one. That is definitely a Giganox, but something's wrong.
all right. As we are going to roll for initiative, as most of the villagers, like the smithy is like gone, and like he's going to get his hammer like to protect his shop. The same thing with the general store. They both have their weapons out just to protect their area, but they are not charging forward as they see one of the 2 groups of hunters that live in this area currently charging forward.
I wonder if anybody forgot to take care of what is it, Maraska's pet Gigi?
Oh no!
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, the cat died too. His Palico also died.
Yeah, no one took care of it.
Nope.
It ate the cat.
No, it's the cat died to a Lachiacris on a hunt. Yeah, sad. Boop. I just need to have to roll this so it has options to roll whispery like. There we go. Let's give a good invasive species battle music.
Ah,
Is that
Basil.
Pokemon music?
Basil.
All right.
The plans for my future growth.
Let's make sure we can see everything here. Okay.
Are
So-
there 2 mage tokens?
So I brought out another one because my other one was invisible, so I can only see this one.
The one you just moved, I'll delete that one then. There we go. So you are covered there. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative. So currently, the Giganox is sitting atop of a roof that's about 15 or so feet tall. And it's on a cliffside. There's a little, you can kind of see a slight little steps right here. There's another like 5 or so feet. So it's about 20 feet up in the air currently. Not flying, just on the roof. To give you an idea of where it's actually at. I just need to make sure everything else. We should be good to go. It rolled the highest, it looks like, so it gets to go first. So as it does, it steps out and just kind of lets out a roar and looks around. You watch as lightning sparks off of its body. It takes a couple steps forward off the edge of the step here, and as this man would have ran a little bit, so he's probably fuck it. He goes to here. And those two are defending there. So you watch as it doesn't. The only thing it does is launch a orb from its mouth. No, from its tail. That fires off into at that person. As I'm gonna roll an attack. A 16. A 16 definitely hits. As he takes 14 points of lightning damage. And kind of like crashes the ground. You see him, he's got like hunter-esque gear on. Definitely not the same quality as what you all have. So he stands back up in pain and starts just getting ready to try to run more. He has no weapon on him currently. He's in the middle of town.
Jacob, no.
His name is now Jacob. Jacob. Noted.
Jacob the Barbarian.
So Jacob goes running. He's like, I'm gonna get my weapon. I'll be there. I'll catch up. As you start seeing him, he starts to continue this way. And a potion. So that is its turn. As Shaseth, you are up.
Right. I don't think I can get to it in one turn. Well, maybe. Let's see. How high is the roof?
So from where you're at, it's 20 feet up.
Yeah, I'll use this second level spell. Misty Step, 30 feet.
Okay, so there. Let me put a hole here. You're good there. I'm gonna put a hole up there so you guys can kind of see it. Hole. That way we have some kind of like idea of where the damage is at.
Probably should zoom out the Twitch stream a little bit too.
Yeah, I'll have to move this because I have this stream right now. Currently, it's showing him. It's showing you still, so we're good there. So that is where the hole is currently. That roof is all just caved in.
I'm gonna limber up my greatsword.
Okay.
Take a swing at level 2 charge.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, as you take your swing, it starts to turn around to claw and bite at you.
That's an advantage.
I'm still waiting for the roll. There it is.
21.
A 21 does hit.
12 does
12
not.
does not.
So it's not prone.
It is not.
Oh well. Level 2 charge.
Hit for 19 plus 13, so a number of stuff. I'm gonna put this on the map. So it's getting in my way. I can't click on the token. There we go.
Then I will take another swing at regular.
Okay.
$21 again. For 13.
Save. I forgot to adjust its HP. Alright, HP's fixed. Alright, yeah, so 21 for 13 more points of damage. It's all slashing damage. Okay. So you strike at it. Oh, I apologize. As you strike at it the first time, if you wish to adjust, the lightning on it sparks out and shocks you. You take 6 points of lightning damage. And then if you make the second attack, then you'll take another. I'll roll again.
Yeah, I'll make the second attack.
Okay. You take 2 more points of lightning damage.
Roger that.
Okay.
I'll shout out. It's a zappy one.
Where is the? Why didn't I get a notification on the? Oh, there it is. Yep. So, I got that covered.
Oh, random Vespoids, how dare you? Right now in the middle of a town? We're in a town, you butts.
I had to test it.
Mid, please roll me a d8 and let's see what side of the map it spawns on.
6.
6. So 1, 2, 1, 2.
I was hoping it would just
4,
thwack
5,
into
6.
the window in the Guildmaster.
The Guildmaster's pet project of raising Vespoids.
Let's see.
Oh, the
here.
whole thing got out. Oh no. All 40 of my Vespoids.
Oh
Oh
no.
no!
My test subjects. So a Vespoid appears on the southeastern side of the map. With all the noise, it kind of springs out. Actually, no, it springs out from this tree. I'm gonna roll for its initiative.
Watch, it's gonna paralyze the Giganox.
15.
It would
Nice.
be funny.
It'll end up going after Shaseth, actually.
I'll be impressed if it manages to paralyze me.
Okay. Oh, and another one. So, other than that, Shaseth, is there anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay, second one spawns in the same area. As Shaseth's turn is over, it is now the Vespoid's turn. And let's see here. One flies towards you, Shaseth. It can make it just enough. And that was just a rough guess. This one I don't think can make it. No, this one cannot. So it just kind of buzzes about higher up, like 15 or so feet above the roof. But this one is going to attempt to sting you. Time to crit. 20.
That hit.
Nice.
That hits.
Okay, so that is 1 point of piercing and 8 points of poison, and please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, yep, so you are not paralyzed as you are stabbed. It can't fly away because it's used all of its movement. That is going to be their turn, as it is now your turn, Flight.
Get up a little bit off the ground, just enough that I could be like a foot off the ground. I fly over here to Gerathor. Gerathor, I'm gonna need you to move fast. Having the metal, the kind of a metal syringe pop out of my armor, I'm gonna stab Gerathor in the neck and give him haste.
Gerathor,
Injecting
you are hasted, and you are focusing on a spell. Oh, I apologize, actually. Before your turn starts, Flight, I am going to use a legendary action, and you watch as the I guess it would have been steel, but it's gonna be its mouth, I guess, in this case, because I mixed up what is. So the face is supposed to be gold, and the tail is supposed to be gray, but fuck it. You watch as it throws up a large purplish glob.
It's
Dude,
sick.
I want it.
Oh no.
That lands and just kind of jiggles on the roof.
Ew.
Okay. As Flight, you may continue your turn, please.
I drug Gerathor.
You drug Gerathor.
I use the rest of my movement to fly up towards top of the roof here because I have 50-foot flying speed.
Mm-hmm.
How far is this?
55.
All right, Mini Orc takes a shot.
So yeah, he flies up a little bit, get a good line of sight, and so there's no cover, and takes the shot. A 12. A 12 as it fires, it just deflects off of it.
Mini Orc used the rest of his movement to fly up to the rest with me.
Okay. So as Flight, your turn comes to a close. It's going to use another legendary action, and it is going to. Yeah, it's gonna bite. No, it's gonna bite at you,
Bring it.
Shaseth. 26
That'll hit.
for 11 piercing and 7 lightning damage. So picture is reversed on the colors. It's got a gold face and a gray tail. So I'm not switching stuff around. So as that is its turn, or its legendary action, Gerathor, you are up.
All right, I feel juiced.
You do.
I'm gonna assume that this thing is quite tall and
Yes.
have a pretty fair shot at it. All right. I'm gonna line up the Kinsect for a couple hits.
Okay. Yeah, it's partially on that roof on that side a bit more, so you definitely have range.
Alrighty, first hit. Probably
14 is a miss.
Definitely
1
a
is a miss.
misses.
So-
And hasted action.
Yeah, so it ducks
Nope.
down and kind of flattens out, and the Kinsect just bashes puts holes into the roof.
Off to a great start.
I write down my notebook. Kezu blood does not make good haste subject.
Right.
Bonus action. I think I will hold off for now.
Okay. Mage, you are up.
Mage runs over here and then hops on the table.
Okay. The patrons are all currently like under it right now, hiding. I guess they would have rushed into the guild hall actually.
As I cast magic missile, no, as I cast a ray of frost.
Okay. A ray of frost. 19. That is a hit.
Nice. And everything else is on, right? Yep. Blah, 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 blah.
Ray of Frost slows it, right?
12.
Yes, it
Yep.
reduces your speed by 10 feet
Okay.
until the end of my turn.
Cool.
Or next turn. And that's it.
Okay. Mage turn comes to a close. It is Kahooty's turn. Who would have been? Oh, we have two Kahooties, or is that still the one that's over there?
It's still the one.
It's fine. Kahooty would have been with you, so Kahooty would have been around there somewhere.
Yeah.
I just need to zoom out because no one can see flight currently.
It's gonna
I'm sorry,
fly.
making things difficult.
You're good.
Right.
There we go.
Oh, 60 feet. And it flies right here.
'Kay.
Up in the air.
Okay, how high?
I would say on the lip of this, like, same height as the roof.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. So as Kahooty's turn ends, it is now the Giganox's turn. At the start of its... Gerathor fired 3 Kinsex shots at it and missed all 3. So at the start of its turn, Shaseth, you take 2d6 lightning damage, because lightning aura.
I brought the wrong bug.
Yeah. Shit. Go run back home. You take 6 points of lightning damage, Shaseth. And then it is going... You missed it. You hit it twice. Mage's hit. He didn't hit it. I mean, you're the threat, I guess, at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said the Vespet.
I mean, it's probably going to take the Vespet at least with one of them. Well, in a sense, he's the threat. So, it's going to bite at you and make a tail attack against you. So a 19.
I will block it with the greatsword.
Okay, so you use your reaction to parry it, and then its tail swings around at you from the other side. 24
That
hits. Yep. Taking 14 points of bludgeoning and 8 poison damage.
Oof.
And then it fires off from its tail a bolt, a lightning orb at Mage. Mage, you are how far away?
I'm on the table, though. So it's going to miss.
Clearly.
I'm grounded.
Clearly. On the wooden table, you're definitely grounded. A 14, actually.
It misses.
So it fires. Yeah, it hits the table, or hits you, and somehow the table grounds you. As that is going to be its turn. Oh, actually, on its turn, a Gigi plops out of the egg sack. I'll find it and I'll put it out there. I'll roll for its initiative and we'll see when it goes. Blip. And then it is Shaseth's turn.
Right. Well, that hurt.
11.
I am going to use a bonus action to take a greater potion of healing.
Okay.
That's 44 plus 4.
Okay.
Bad.
That was a good heal.
Then I'm going to move around to here, just in the edge. So if I fall down, well, I
Fall in
land
the
in
water. Okay. Yeah, and the water is it's got a little bit of depth to it. It's not like 20 feet deep, but it's got like, 5-10 feet.
Yeah. Then I will charge one attack and use it as a first level charge.
Okay.
Dang, rolling bad.
Yeah, 25 hits, so.
I'm gonna add a Divine Smite 3rd level on that.
Okay.
There we go.
That's some damage. Okay, so yeah, you strike into. What does your Divine Smite look like?
It's a a bright flash of acidic blue,
Okay, that's cool.
like a salamander fire.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. I forgot to ask Mage how his Ray of Frost looks, but we'll get back to that again. All right. Anything else for your turn, Shaseth? I mean, you have more attack. You have at least one more attack.
I used a charge to charge it up.
Right.
Remember?
Yep. All right. Flight. You are.
Elevate myself a little bit so I don't have to shoot Shathasan away and move up 5 feet.
Okay.
And first shot of the dual repeaters belongs to me.
A 14. The first shot is a miss.
All right. Second. So I'm using the Artificer's Effusion, so I don't have any ammunition in the first gun. The second gun's where all my actual ammo's in.
Okay. 18
Easy.
is a hit.
Nothing hits like the real bullet.
All right. That's piercing and bludgeoning. The bludgeoning's
for
from the
power-
Banbaro, right?
Yes.
Impact slug.
And then I pull out the second gun, and with it, I fire a slime shot.
Do you have an extra attack as an artificer?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay,
As a
cool.
armorer artificer, at least.
Cool. So a 13 is a miss.
Darn it.
Yeah, so nothing. All right.
Old man, mini orc just flies around me.
Okay.
I use the rest of my move to go back right here.
All right. As your turn comes to a close, it's going to use a legendary action. Yep, and it lays another egg sack
This is getting out of hand.
here.
Now there are 2 of them.
God damn it.
Okay, that is its turn. As
Sure.
Gerathor, you're up.
Alright. Just wake up. Get the rust off.
Oh, that reminds me,
Go again.
because of the attack. Shaseth, you took 7 points of lightning damage from your attack.
Roger.
Gerathor, what do you do?
Alright. Kinset came back. I look at it, I'm like, don't make me get my real one. Alright?
Get the real
you,
one.
you got this. And I line it up. I go over it again. Go to Kinsex.
Let the distraction would be nice, Gareth.
So a 13's a miss, a 24 is a hit.
Ignore the top part.
I am ignoring that top part. Take 6 points of damage and you gain your red essence.
Alright. I think I kind of need to do this to give him a hand, but I need to figure out how it actually works. Okay, so I can. Alright. I run up to here. As a bonus action, I will vault
Boing.
to gain... I won't go full vault. Go about slightly higher than the roof.
Okay.
And then I got 15 foot of horizontal movement, and I use 10 of it to land next to it. And with my
Okay.
bonus
Yeah.
action,
Gotcha.
yeah, with my hasted action, I will swing with the glaive.
Okay.
Turn the prices off. Ugh, start.
You're having some rough rolls to start. Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
I'm trying.
Let's see
We
here.
got like a +10, but we keep rolling 2s.
Or hits it with.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take no lightning damage because you did not hit it.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's all I got.
All right, Gerathor, as your turn comes to a close, it will use a second legendary action. 2. Oh, I forgot I even had that. I forgot about a thing I can do. Now I'll remember it. It is going to jump backwards 15 feet as its legendary action and kind of grab onto the edge of the roof here, like where it's kind of caved in, without provoking attacks of opportunity. And that's its legendary
Nice.
action. All right. It is now the Gigi's turn. It crawls and slithers onto your leg, Gerathor, and up your body, and then tries to bite you on the neck.
You forgot to run the Vespoids as well.
The Vespoids don't go until
After the
After
Gigi.
the Gigi.
Oh, I did miss them. 1 second. Back on after the Gigi or before? They should be before. They rolled a 15.
After the Geeky knocks.
Before my turn.
Right. Oh yeah, I did miss it there. You're right. So we'll do a real quick thing on the Vespoids really fast. It would have just been the 2 Vespoids, the egg sack, and the Gigi, and Shaseth. So the one is going to buzz at you and try to stab you. The other one's going to try to stab the Gigi because it can. So this one's going to be Shaseth. A 13
That's
to
a
miss. And then the Vespet is going to be the Giga attack. That's a hit.
Paralyze.
Some damage. Gigi, let's make that save, Gigi. You got this. Success. It is not paralyzed, but it did take some damage.
Shame.
These Gigi's stat block has not been updated.
Does it have an insane amount of health again?
It has the same amount of health on this one. I'll make sure I update it here in a second. For 11. So, and then then it tries to bite Gerathor. I'll double check its actual damage in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Nah, 10, miss. So it doesn't matter. Okay. That is going to be the Gigi's turn. It is now, there's a turn order. I lost it because I minimized it. Mage's turn.
I wanted to ask, right? So you can cast touch spells through a familiar,
Correct.
but I also have a spell sniper, so all touch spells have a range of 30 feet. So does that mean if I cast it through my familiar, it can be casted from 30 feet from my familiar?
I would say yeah. I don't see a reason why that couldn't work that way.
The only touch spell I
Jeez.
have is Shocking Grasp and Cure Wounds. Spare the Dying. I think those are the only 3.
Jeez.
In that case,
That cure wounds is not good looking tasty.
I will Shocking Grasp this Vespet through my Kahootie.
Okay. Just go ahead and make that attack.
Please spells.
Bad touch from 90 feet away.
Crit.
Crit.
Oh,
Zap.
Very bad touch.
All right.
bug zapper.
So, the frenzy does just does necrotic damage, I believe. Correct.
It just says whatever damage. It's just bonus.
Okay, and the crisis is whatever damage, just extra damage also.
Yeah. So it's all lightning.
Okay, so it does not do as much as you thought it would.
On the Vespet?
Oh, on the Vespet, no, that Vespet's fucked. I thought it was on
Sizzle.
that one or the other one. I'm pretty sure. It was this.
Yeah, that one. That
Okay.
one.
Yeah, so that Vespet just explodes, and then
Good job.
turns to ash. It's great. Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. It is now. That was Kahootie's turn. It's now the Giganox's turn. Okay. It is going.
Oh, actually, no. It requires the reaction of the Kahootie to do that. He still has an action and movement.
Oh, okay, because you're casting on yours, so yeah, it is Kahootie's turn. You are correct.
And what I want to do is, Kahootie is gonna help.
Okay.
He's gonna help you. Help you do whatever you gotta do.
Alright.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure help action you need to specify what you're helping him with. But
Actually, you should probably help Gerathor. I'm just going to heal myself next turn.
Okay.
if you're trying to help him give him advantage on a creature, you have to be next to the creature to give that help. You're not helping the
What are you gonna attack next?
Gerathor.
Good question. Probably the egg sack.
All right.
All
There you go.
right. Now it's the Chaotix's turn. Another Gigi spawns. We'll put down in front of Kahootie.
No.
There's a space. And then it is the Giganox is going to kind of like step on the awning and the side of the roof with like its leg elongated, kind of like a cat like walks along those fences that you see in the GIFs. And it is going to, you watch as its tail and its mouth both lash out, one at Gerathor, one at Shaseth. Bite. Gerathor would have been you first because I said you first. So 25 to hit you. I'm assuming that's a hit.
It's
14 points of piercing and 7 lightning. And then the tail attack against him, a 26. 16 points of bludgeoning and 6 poison. And then I did forget that. Whoops. It is going to fire at Mage, a lightning orb. It just kind of launches, comes crashing down. It's a disadvantage because it's out of range now. So 17.
Good thing.
Thank goodness.
And would you so you take because I said I forgot about something. You take 18 points of lightning damage, and make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's wham.
All right, that is a fail. You are paralyzed till the end of your next turn.
Classic.
Oh no.
Yes. Good old days. All right, Vespoid's turn. The one is going to sting Shaseth, and this time try to fly away. Crits. Can you parry that? It's crits. Automatic hits, and automatic hit, yeah. This is going to hurt. Oh, bad rolls. Good. So you take, there's 2, 10, 17 points of poison, or 2 piercing, 15 poison. Oh, Shaseth falls. Since you're on a roof that's slanted, would you please roll me a D2? You're either going to fall into the water backwards, or you're going to slide down to the left.
Odds and evens.
Yep. Evens are going to be to the left. So you fall. So Shasta gets stabbed, and you watch him just like fall backwards and whoosh, splash into the water. All right, Shaseth, you are currently in the water and not breathing. And then the other one is going to attack. Is dead. Doesn't do anything. Shaseth, would you give me a death saving throw?
Darn Vespoids. Foisted by my own petard.
It was yours too, yeah. All right, that is a fail.
9.
That's 1 fail. All right. Flight. Before your turn. Oh, I mean. Oh, well. Yeah, it's going to. It's not going to lay an egg this time. Yeah, it is. It's going to lay another egg. Bloop. All right, and that fight is your turn.
Okay, Mini Orc's gonna fly down this way.
Okay.
Checking the use of a spell real quickly. I forgot to put it down in here, I guess. Yeah, no, it's right here. Sweet. Good. I'm gonna have Mini Orc go down there, and I'm gonna fly my. But I'm gonna go get low to the ground. So however tall this roof is.
Yeah. Gonna minimize some stuff.
And keep low to the ground and fly and try to keep going towards get towards this over you.
Okay.
Get shaft. So 10-foot roof, right?
15 feet up on the roof.
Okay, so I could move 35 feet, stay low to the ground.
And technically from like the guild hall. I mean, you're high enough based off of being in the guild hall.
For my actual action on my turn, I'm going to use lesser restoration through Mini Orc on Mage to get rid of his paralysis.
Okay. It would so that way you get your turn this round. Okay.
What are those fancy APIs?
Yeah, we got. I realized the script wasn't installed on this one, so I fixed it.
I'm thankful you have it.
There we go.
That's my turn.
Okay. I'm updating my Giggies here, so they have proper HP and stuff. Okay. As your turn comes to a close, it is now Gerathor's turn. But actually, before Gerathor, it makes a bite attack against you. 23.
This thing's rolling hot.
18 and 6.
All right. I look back and I say, Wizard boy, might be time to not lowball us. And I am going to use an action to disengage.
Yep.
And my bonus action to vault.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. I'm just going to vault 15 feet that way. I will use my hasted action to kinsect. I probably can't see any of these.
They're you could
pretty
see
tiny.
You could not. They're on. Yeah, they're right there. The only thing you probably see is like the top of the Giganox. It's probably gonna have some cover because of the distance where you're at. Unless you moved south a little bit. If you move south, you could get the
I
view
have
of it
a
on the
lot of
awning.
movement.
Yeah, you have a ton
So
of
I'm going to
movement.
use 25 of it there. for
Yeah,
full-
now you have a good view of the Giganox.
There we go.
All right. So that is definitely a hit,
Second essence gives me an extra 10 feet of movement now.
which is 20 because you're
And
hasted.
I'm just no 10 5 normal. 10
Oh,
for
gotcha.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna book it back this way a bit more.
Okay, so you make some steps back as it is now the Gigi's turn. They kind of flop down, like bloop, bloop, like off the edge. Oh, there's Kahootie in my way. Go away, Kahootie. Go away.
Our
Oh.
webcams are frozen on Twitch.
Oh, that's because I minimized shit. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. Fixed. We're good. I was trying to pull up my monster manual to fix the Gigi. So this one flops down. It takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall. And it's looking a little bloody as it starts to kind of scoot its way in this direction. Fuck you, Kahootie. Go away. So
Cootie's doing his best.
plops down. Boop. My mouse is being weird. Whatever. It's like really angry. It's not letting me like resize stuff proper. Fuck it, you're deleted. And that one's not been damaged. Okay, there we go. So they start like kind of making their way over and looking at stuff like that. Okay, that is their turn because they couldn't really bite anything. Mage, you are up.
Well, that was ungraceful.
Oh, fall damage for that one too, right?
If I use, let's do a test. So
I could use some healing if you have it.
yeah, I do. Where you at?
He's in the water, underwater here.
Oh.
Because he's unconscious.
Oh.
You know, he's dying, guys. Just as a reminder.
Everybody's warm over there.
So Kahootie can't see you from there. But Kahootie goes next. So I'm going to use my action to ready cure wounds so I can send Kahootie down there.
Okay.
And I'm not using it right now. So I'm going to cast it as a... Oh, where is it? I cast it as level 3.
Okay.
So it will heal. Boom, 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 boom.
For 12.
Oh, it does it by itself. Okay, I have
Ye-
2 slots remaining.
Yeah, you'll run into issues when you start like casting like magic missile. It could be like spell slot used, spell slot used, spell slot used. But otherwise, you're good. How's the stream still frozen? Oh, why is this frozen right now? Weird.
I'm not frozen.
Gerathor's been looking at the same spot for last 10 minutes.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's just like that.
Like, he
That's
is
just what he
for
does.
some reason. Yeah, there's I can see legendary moving. Scotch is no longer in the picture. She scooted out of the way.
Oh, I didn't even. Now I was waiting for her to wake up.
And she moved. My bad. You can go back to the VOD and find her moving. So, either way, so Mage, you've done that. You've done the heals. That's
I healed by
you got
crisis doesn't count, right?
correct. The crisis. You do not get healed by crisis.
Right.
So just
I
12.
don't think the frenzy and the crisis count.
They do not, unless you want to take 10 points of damage from the 12 you were healed. I mean, I'm cool with it.
No, I'm good.
And I wonder why he's frozen. It's weird. It's just he's frozen. We'll turn it
I'm
off.
frozen too.
1 second. Well, not 1 second. I'll work on that while we're playing. So it's the Chaostix turn now. It crawls down the side and starts kind of wiggling its way over stuff. And looking about. Looking for threats. We see like Shaseth like swimming currently. It sees Flight. It sees Kahootie. It sees Gerathor. Flight hasn't really done much to him. So it is going to do a lightning orb on Gerathor. A 17.
Nope.
Okay, that's a nope. And then it is going... It can't do those. Nothing else is in range.
Does it zip zap its own ziggies?
No. They are unaffected as its turn ends, and it's the Vespoid's turn. As it flies around, questioning what it wants to attack. It makes it over to flight and stabs him. A 6. And then flies 5 feet away.
It tries to, and I push it away. It's like, no, not right now.
Ding, 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 ding. Trying to attack through your armor. That is its turn. Shaseth, you are swimming currently underwater about 5 feet or so. What do you do?
I get up on land.
Okay.
Crawl up.
Yep.
Using that climb speed.
Okay.
I use a bonus action to take another greater healing potion.
Okay.
And use my action to use land hands for 45.
All right. You heal for 45. Anything else for your turn?
So, ooh, that was nice. Almost max.
Yeah.
Ooh, sheesh. That's what the Zoomies are saying now.
I will continue on my way over.
I've unfrozen him. I've unfrozen
Shouldn't
you.
you be running? I look at this guy and say, shouldn't you be running?
He's frozen in fear.
Flight isn't. Oh, him, yeah. He's like, I'm back. What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Never mind.
What's his weapon?
Why aren't you helping?
I'm taking it all in. I'm learning.
Is he a new hunter?
Training starts now.
Tutorial, what's that?
Welcome to Monster Hunter.
First fight, CR10.
Tutorial.
I'm
Flight.
gonna fly up. So I'm probably like 5 feet above the water. I'm gonna move to 50 feet
move.
above the water.
Which is 35 above the roof? Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot this particular Vespoid because he's being annoying.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me. We forgot to summon another Geeky.
We didn't forget.
Did 16 hit the Vespoid?
A 16 definitely hits the Vespoid. For more than enough as its body just explodes.
I take aim at that over there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot that too.
Okay. A 29 definitely hits. Okay. It does not seem to take the bludgeoning damage. As it is still, there's a chunk taken out of it, but it's still there kind of bobbling back and forth.
All right. Well, I fire the second shot of my second gun.
Okay. 23 hits. Gene acid. So, okay, it's still up, but most of it is like corroded away at this point.
Mini orcs gonna like tap the back of Mage, looking kind of like, "What are you gonna do?" And that's my turn.
Okay. Gerathor, it is now your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna start with the hasted action. I think I'm still in range with the Kinsec from here. Yeah, 60. We'll start there just to see how this goes.
Okay.
Hopefully. Nope. Alright.
14's a no. Man, you're having some rough luck on your rolls today.
Yep. Fuck it. I look over at Mage and I'm like, if you're not gonna do anything, you can at least be my ears. As a bonus action, put in the disposable earplugs.
Okay.
And I'm going to mute half of the team.
I telekinetically speak to your mind. Squawk.
Oh, can you actually? I don't know.
No, I cannot.
No, he cannot.
Okay.
He cannot. Only person who can speak to you technically is Mage. And me.
Yep, they are both muted.
Yeah. So.
And I'm going to go to 10 feet away.
Okay.
And use my regular action to throw some insect glaives.
Okay. 17 just
16?
barely misses.
Fuck. Second hit.
25 hits.
Finally.
There's a hit.
There is 4 lightning in there. I don't know if that's...
It is not as much as you expected.
Yeah.
Still something.
And I'm going to dip a few feet back.
Okay.
Because movement speed.
Okay. As
What
you
is it?
step away, it uses attack of opportunity to or reaction to make an attack against you because it has a reach that's longer than yours.
Yep,
Stretchy.
I could tell.
Stretchy neck. It's gonna hit you with its tail. I haven't hit you with its tail yet. Yeah, I hit you with its tail.
Definitely hits.
You take 12 bludgeoning and 8 poison.
Alright, I'm good.
There's some real weird issues today. Shit is just not.
Issues how bad this thing is hurting us.
I've been like clicking weird spots to move stuff and whatnot. Okay, it is now. Gerathor's turns over. Is the Giga's turn. The one plops off the side. Bloop. It takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and they all slowly just. This one's gonna dash.
Oh no.
And this one's gonna dash. And this one continues to. Let me click on you, you piece of shit. 15, and then it'll start dashing this way. Yeah, I can make it to you. Those are their turns.
The guy in the armor should have plenty of swords for that Giga.
Yeah, he's got a
He
massive.
walks
He's
in,
got a
gets
huge.
equipped.
He's got a huge ass hammer right now. All right, it is now Mage's turn.
It's all in the timing, I say. As I have to have protection before I can use this. As I take out my Magus staff,
Mhm.
which looks like a very fancy walking cane, mind you. As I slam it onto the ground and cast magic missile
Okay.
at
There we
third
go.
level.
Third level
As
magic
you
missile.
see, you see the stripes from my suit go down onto my arm, into the down to my hand and through the cane, as it hits the base of the tip and then flies all the way back out with a bunch of missiles just flying out.
Okay. Let's see how much damage my poor guy feels, and knowing who he's now going to go for. Okay, so that is.
Oh,
Fuck.
but it doesn't want to do it for each one.
No, it's
No,
fine.
it doesn't.
But it's the same damage roll for each one. So technically, it's 3 of these. Plus 9 plus 13 times 3.
Crisis damage.
So it's fine. It's only 90 points of damage. As it lets out a cry of pain as it is now bloodied, and you see its body just focus, or its eyes just like point towards you, Mage.
And then I'm going to use my sorcerer's meta magic to cast a quicken spell,
Okay. Cantrip.
so I can cast Eldritch Blast
Cool.
3 more?
twice.
Twice.
It's two times for this one.
Okay, 17 is a miss. 21 is a hit. 4.
And with Eldritch Blast, it knocks him 10 feet backwards.
Okay, it gets knocked into the wall because there's a wall right there, so he doesn't actually move.
Bam.
It looks like it did 3d4 plus 3 on the first magic missile. So it did all of its magic
Oh.
missile damage.
Interesting.
It just has to do, 4
Well,
more
it-
crisis.
So all
It's
the
supposed to do. Oh yeah.
so it's not 90 damage. Let's correct that then. So it's 8 plus 9 plus 13 plus 13 plus 13. So it's 56, which is still a fuck ton. So I get back 34 HP. There we go. Okay, it's still bloodied. Just not as bloodied.
Isn't it 13 per missile?
Yeah, I added 13 3 times.
Yeah, it should be. It's fifth or
No,
third.
no, 5
it's
times.
5
'cause
missiles.
It's 5 missiles.
Oh, it's 5 missiles. My bad. So we got 3 more 13s then. Plus
2 more.
2 more.
So 82. So I gave it 34. Fucking math, man.
I'll just manually roll the dice. It's easier that way.
4. I mean, this isn't bad. It just wasn't ready for the. I mean, next time we'll be fine. It just wasn't ready for this one. Was all.
Yeah.
Yeah, then those ones. Okay. So I am good. I'm just gonna minus off 26. Okay. So it's not as bloody as it once was. It's not as bloody. So it's more bloody than
bloody
it
as now as
was
it
just
was.
before, but less bloody than it was originally.
Barely.
All right. It's still pissed off at you. Is that your turn, Mage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goody. 10, 15, 20, 25. Right here.
Okay.
It's going to be on level. And it will use its I guess its action to help anyone in its space to attack anyone in its space.
So you would need to move it. It would have to be next to the Giga, is what it would have to be here.
I'm going right for the Giganox after this.
Okay.
Probably.
Well, it's gonna move, right? So I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay here. And
Okay.
if a monster happens to be in these spaces when it's helping attack, that's what I meant by like if a monster, if anyone's attacking a monster within its space, it will help that. If that makes sense.
I don't think you can use the help action in that way, to be honest. It would have to be either the creature that you're currently like on distracting, or it would have to be like you're helping a person with an ability check or like something like that that's next to them. So you can't just you can't ready. I mean, I guess you're readying an action to help. I mean, okay, you're readying an action to help if a creature, the first creature that comes in to let somebody attack it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. As your turn comes to a close, it is now its turn. Igigi spawns.
There's gonna be a lot of cleanup duty after this.
And bloop, onto the ground. And it's going to dash this way. Alright, I'm going to roll for some damage for it. 5. There we go. Okay. And now the Chaotic will go. It comes charging forward. You know what? It takes flight. And flies 30 feet up into the air and over, because this thing is not dumb. So it starts flying up and over Shaseth, and then dashes while flying and lands right here. And that's its turn.
Oh, that's scary.
Just... Okay. That is going to be its turn, as it is now the dead Vespoids. We're going to delete them from the list. Shaseth, you are up.
Right. I turn around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm angry that it's ignoring me, so I'm going to do a Vow of Enmity as a bonus action.
Okay. So it is now marked.
I have advantage on all swings against it.
Okay.
Wait, push me out of the way.
I move here. And I swing.
Okay.
Oh, you
Rolling for
fool.
crits.
All right. So you get a charge and then you do your advantage. Is that what's going on here?
The Vow of Enmity gives me advantage.
Right, it does.
So I'm
So
going for 2 swings.
all right. So it's going to knock it prone.
Yes.
This is going to be interesting. So after being hit by a melee attack.
Twinkie.
Okay. So it is going to. When it's hit.
I get
So use its
second attack.
It's going to use its reaction.
Right.
To disengage and leap backwards 15 feet. So you basically swing at it as it jumps backwards. I'm going to have it fall prone in the space 15 feet away from you, which is here. So it's prone, but it spits poison at the same time at you. I need you, Shasta, to make me a Constitution saving throw. This is what I haven't used yet. So you are poisoned to the end of your next turn. And since you failed it by 5 or more, you are also paralyzed while poisoned.
Ah.
So you are now currently paralyzed on the ground after that swing. Though you still deal your damage, so go ahead and roll your damage. And it is prone behind Mage right now.
I was going to use a 2nd level smite on it.
That's fine. Technically, that's still okay to do. Because you hit it. And yeah, it's part of the attack.
There you go. 28.
28, alright, so it takes 28 points of damage. It is looking pretty bloodied at this point. It got hit by the magic missiles. There's just holes throughout its body. The glow of its eyes is dimming a bit. There's a lot of blood. Even when it kind of flew over you, there's a lot of blood just kind of fell to the ground. It's pretty hurt. Okay. Shaseth is currently paralyzed on the ground. His turn is over. It is now Flight's turn.
Okay, I fly this way as I'm getting ready to take shots at things, but I have to have Mini Orc fly this way. And I will use Less Restoration through Mini Orc once again to cure paralysis.
Oh, okay. Shasta, you are
Does
no
it
longer
cure one
paralyzed. It's one. It's paralyzed, poison.
One condition.
I wish I had a better version, but I don't get Greater Restoration Soul way later.
That's fine. The poison wears off soon enough.
Yeah, Shasta, you are prone on the ground technically because paralyzed. You're not gonna be able to stand. You're definitely gonna be
Right.
off, but you're no longer paralyzed, which is very important.
With Mini Orc's strength of not existent, pretty much, he is pushing Shaseth's face up and trying to, with his voice box saying, "Get up."
What is Mini Orc's strength?
Mini Orc's strength is a
1.
-4.
Make me an athletics check.
Hearing half of a conversation is amazing.
So
He's like pushing Shaseth's face. Of
Shasta does not get picked up at all.
course not. Mini Orc's the size of a teapot.
Okay, so as Flight, as your turn comes to a close, I assume.
Yes.
Gerathor, you are up. You see a you see Shasta swing down and get at the same time poison gets sprayed at him and he gets paralyzed and falls to the ground. But at the same that strike knocked the Giganox back to the ground prone.
Go nuts.
It's time.
It's your moment in the sun.
Yep, this is kill steal territory. First hit.
Crits.
Nice.
Let's see here. All right. Well, you take a grand total
What? Do I?
of 5 points of lightning damage.
From 10 feet away?
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, you do not take any damage.
Mm,
Whoa.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
So did Gerathor mute us to make it authentic?
So right now, Gerathor, while he has his earplugs in, he is muted in both Flight and Shaseth. And he can hear Heavy because Heavy can speak telepathy.
Amazing.
So he has no idea what you two are saying at all until he takes them out.
Squawk.
He's just hard vibing in his head right now. Second swing.
So on, that's 24 there. And that is 14 there. Gerathor, how do you kill?
Oh,
the,
you kill it?
How do you kill the chaotic Giganox?
It's just a series of like whirlwind strikes, and it's just like slow cuts through the head and then through the tail.
Okay. You're not gonna do that to me anymore. And so as you strike through it, yeah, it's just crying in pain. The glow of the eyes go, just like fade out into nothingness. Blood covers the ground. A woman under the table is screaming as the blood's pulling down on top of her, in just terror and fear. And Jacob's there just cheering for you, but you hear nothing.
I see him fist pumping,
Yes.
and I'm like,
As you then turn around and look, and there's a Gigi like crawling towards Jacob right now.
well, I have every bit of movement in the world.
Yeah, you still have that second attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the Gigi.
Okay.
I gotta turn the advantage off.
26 hits for sure. And just to remind you that these Gigis now have about 20 less HP than they did before. So they're definitely...
They used to have like 50.
Yeah, they don't have 50 anymore. They had 51 was their average. And that has definitely been changed. For balance reasons, like trying to kill them because it takes forever. So 23 points of damage. This one is still alive, but you cut off like the back half of it. And so it's just kind of like crawling forward as like best it can. Entrails just following behind it.
It's like an earthworm.
Yeah, nah. Third hit.
All right. That is more than enough. Yeah, you just insect glaive right into its head as it stops moving.
Yep. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna probably I have to feed myself it, so a Garuda healing potion.
Okay. It is now the Gigi's turn. They're going to... Oh, I need to have them go. We're going to have the shopkeeper and the other one go here. We're going to use the veteran stat block for them.
So they
right?
could have done
Hey,
something.
They're
They just-
defending. They're defending their shit.
There ain't no scrubs in Palk Village.
So let's see. So we're gonna use the what they have here for attack rolls. So boom on the one. These are gonna assume. So in this case, we're gonna give them the double damage. In this case, that's a hit, and that's a miss. So the shopkeeper misses, but the blacksmith definitely hits this one. I'm gonna roll its actual damage here. 2d6 plus 3 for 10 to that Giga. All right. So that was another attack for each of them. I actually know what their attack is going to be. All right, so they both hit. Actually, that 9 would. Oh, 7 does not hit. It's the only fucking thing that wouldn't have hit. So let's see here.
Is their longsword legendary?
Their longsword isn't actually a long. Oh, hers would be a longsword. His is a hammer. So 6 more to that Giga there, which is looking a little bloodied now. And her attack would be the roll D10 plus 3 plus 1 because she's going to use her spirit gauge thing for 8 damage to that one. That one's looking quite bloodied also because it was already damaged. Now the Giggies will bite them. Get them, Giggies. Oh, I need to update their stats still because I haven't finished that up yet.
I'm just watching this from 60 feet in the air. I'm like, wow.
It's a little bit more
All right,
damage
can't cheat these people. They can fight back.
here. They can, and they will. Okay, that's all correct still. Okay. But I gave them, they have a different their poison specific. So bite 1, bite 2. The 22s definitely hits the blacksmith. As it latches on to him as he takes 10 points of damage.
It dies from the alcohol in his blood.
No, it does not. And it latches on latches onto its neck. The other one misses. Or no, yeah, the other one misses. So now it is the last gig. He's gonna go over here to Gerathor and try to bite him. 17. Okay, so that one tries to bite you and does not succeed. That is Gigi's turn. Mage, you're up.
Oh, well then. I guess I'll cast Eldritch Blast at the 2 of them.
Okay.
Oh, wrong.
Which one first?
The one closest to me.
Okay, so Gerathor one or the one to the shopkeeper, just to make sure I'm clear.
Do the shopkeeper.
Okay. 26 hits.
Wow.
For just enough as you blast, she's going to swing down. She kind of starts tumbling sideways as you kill the little Gigi.
Cool. Let's get Gerathor's out of the way.
Okay, 18 hits. For 17. Okay. Yeah, that one is
Eldritch Blast,
bloodied.
If it's still alive, they still get
Oh, yeah.
pushed 10 feet.
Boom. 10 feet.
Yeah. Worth it.
Okay.
And then that's it.
All right, Mage, your turn. Kahooty's up.
Hootie shall try to attack it.
Yeah, Kahooty. Get in there.
The bird eats the worm.
13 hits
Yeah. 1 damage.
for 1 damage. His talent is all right. As Kahooty's turn ends, another one spawns from the egg and plops down, and then moves and dashes and gets to Gerathor. No, to Kahooty. It gets to Kahooty.
It doesn't know.
Oh wait, no, actually, it can't move. Yeah, no, it can't move. It just spawns. I lied. It will get to Kahooty though. Okay.
Eventually.
That is its turn there. Shaseth, you're up.
Well, I look at the Giganox as I stand up.
Yep.
See that Gerathor's perforated it.
Yep.
I guess I'll look and see them killing the Giggies.
Yep, you're no longer poisoned.
And I will just shrug and do a charge and leap and bring my greatsword down on the Gigi
Okay.
by flight.
Go for it.
Keep track of movement.
I'm listening to half the conversation and I'm just like, all right, so he's just running in, like flailing the greatsword.
Oh, I can't actually check messages. My bad, people. You're all seeing the wrong shit now. Check messages on my phone. I haven't had to do Discord cameras in so long. I'm like, I got a Discord message. Click. Everybody's seeing my like sporadic weird shit on my screen now.
As a 14.
20. Yeah. That hits, and that is more than enough to kill off that one.
Does a 27
Right.
hit?
There's still one left. Yeah, I mean, do you guys, everybody hit, we saw, everybody hits this creature as long as everybody hits this creature no matter what. They only have 8 AC, guys.
Alright, I moved the rest of my movement. Use my last second level spell to Misty Step up here and
'Kay.
attack the second one.
Okay. $22
You know,
is a hit.
Let's throw a Divine Smite on there, level 1.
Okay.
Insult attack.
20.
For 20, okay. It is bloodied.
Your gods are nothing to a Giga.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, as Shaseth's turn ends, it is now Flight's turn. There's still the one on the blacksmith, and there's the one that's next to Shaseth.
Yeah, I fly down about 20 feet. I'm gonna shoot the one that's on the blacksmith.
Okay. 24 is a hit. For 11, it is still alive, but it is
Shoot it again.
in poor condition. That is a miss. That's the only way you can miss these things.
We shoot the shopkeep.
Smithy's down. No more weapons or armor from here ever again. No. You need to spend the next 15 years training a new smithy.
Looks at you with Revivify in hand. Too lazy to wait 15 years. Do it now.
All right, Flight, as your turn ends.
No, I got,
No,
I
one
got
more
one
shot.
more attack.
Right.
Yep, slime ammo.
Your weapons are adding their dexterity modifier to them. We gotta fix that. Oh, no, it's your attack roll, not
You don't
damage.
add,
Right?
you don't add
you're
it to damage,
You're
not
good.
dexterity.
Yep. Slime 13 hits for 10 acid, and that is more enough as you dissolve the Gigi. Oh.
I turned back to everyone else. We should probably investigate the house too.
It does appear to be adding its dex, though, or a mod, or whatever it is.
To the damage?
Yeah.
What's mod? I'll look at it in a second.
I have a +3.
Oh,
I have a +3 magic mod.
Yeah, that says magic. There's
It says,
also a
well,
mod.
there's also a +2 in there, yeah.
It's rare. Doesn't it get a +2 to attack and damage rolls?
It might. Yep, that's it. There we go. We figured it out. We're geniuses. All right. So,
Magic.
Gerathor, you are up.
Alrighty, time to take down the nests, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run to here.
This one's like partially, like this one's basically destroyed already. It's
I melted
yeah.
part of it.
Might just actually go to here. Can I do an athletics check to just climb up?
DC 10. There's no massive threat right now. Yep, you do it. You climb up it.
Alrighty. I'm gonna ignore the fact that there is a Gigi there.
'Kay.
And just step to here.
It's not going to ignore you. Bite. It misses.
Yep. I turn around and I'm like, God damn it. And I kinsect it.
The Gigi, or
The Gigi.
a 9 hits.
Yeah, for 8. I get my third charge.
That is enough. It goes down. All right.
Alright. And then I walk up to the nest
'Kay.
and I'm just gonna start cutting the nest down.
All right. As you walk up to the nest. All right, so as soon before you even get your attack, you take a step forward, and the egg sac explodes in lightning, just scattering in every which direction. You need to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, got advantage on this. Good thing.
Okay, you succeed. You take 5 points of lightning damage,
Just adjacent.
All good.
just adjacent. Within 10 feet. So no, actually, Shaseth, make me 1 too.
Made it.
Yep, you succeed, so you also take 5. All right. So this one is destroyed.
Alrighty. I'm gonna walk over to here
'Kay.
and use my second hit to strike the other one.
Okay.
Because we need to get these things down.
A 20 hits
It's
for a lot
It's
of
an 18.
damage.
I don't have advantage.
It still
I
hits.
assume it's still. Yeah.
And that one is destroyed. Okay.
That's my turn.
All right.
I'll use more movement because I actually can just go all the way over here.
Okay. You should go all the way over there. It is now Gigi's turn. They're all dead. Mage, you're up.
I'm gonna use my action to ready so Kahudi can shock and grasp these guys.
Okay.
I think Kahudi's movement speed 60. So we're...
Kahudi is up.
Oh yeah, he can reach it. As he flies up, within range, and he'll use shocking grasp.
Okay.
Ooh, too far.
Now, Kahudi like flies next to it, or he's like 50 feet above or some weird shit.
He's on the same height elevation, but
Okay.
he's flying, doing it.
So as Kahudi enters into that space, the egg sac explodes.
Poof.
And Kahudi, since no one else is within 10 feet, no one needs to make a save, but Kahudi only has 1 HP. So yeah, Kahudi dies.
Weep.
As that was also a mine.
Is he a familiar or your pet?
He's a familiar.
Familiar, yeah. He'll come back. So, as you finish cleaning up stuff, Kahudi, in sadness, you hear like everybody sees Jaber's like, no! And Gerathor's just like looking around.
He just pops up right
No,
next
I
to
would
him.
have heard him scream at it.
You take the earplugs out finally?
No, I would have heard him scream. Oh, wait, who?
No, Jacob.
Ah,
Yeah. No!
no. Take him out now and unmute everybody.
As everything kind of comes to a bit of a calm, you have taken care of what is known as a chaotic Giganox, which I will be releasing to the Patreon later today.
Ooh.
It is a custom monster.
Fly by Shaseth and Gerathor. I'm gonna go take a look inside to see if I can get any clues of why that thing popped out of this building.
I'm sure the guild can take care of carving.
Yeah.
Well,
Can they?
You watch Jacob pull out his carving knife, start walking over.
Whoa.
Jacob.
What?
hold on there, Jacob.
Well, I saw you were all busy. I figured I would just give a hand.
The corpse isn't going anywhere.
All right. I'll make sure no one else takes it.
That's fine.
All right.
Good boy, Jacob.
Yeah, I'll do an investigation on the inside of this home.
Sure. So you
I'll hop
guys.
on the hole.
So as you head over to the home, everybody kind of regroups. I'm assuming Mage, you're going to be there too.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna leave Kahudi by the corpse though.
Okay. Doesn't something take like an hour or something like that?
I can cast it as a ritual, and with the scribe, the wizard of the scribes, I can do it instantly. It doesn't cost
Oh, okay.
anything.
Cool. So yeah, Kahudi is back.
Yeah, I'll
So-
do an investigation.
Okay, so you all go in. So I'll just kind of give you an idea as you are you checking on the outside of it, or are you going inside to give
I'm
more?
going inside checking. I'm going to go full investigator mode.
Sure. So as you go inside, before I have to actually pull this up. So sorry. Actually, I'll pull it up on my phone because I had Mareska give me a description of his home.
It was Maraska's house.
It was Mareska's house. Yes. So as you enter in, we don't see what is currently there. We kind of do like a flashback to what the room used to look like, and it is a dimly lit room with a rune in the center of the floor with the 5 colors of Tiamat painted throughout it. And on top of that, we see bloodstains of like creatures that have been killed or sacrificed in that location. The walls themselves are draped with black, red, and blue drapes, and adorning the walls and windows. Sorry, it's a little. Off to the side, you see is a desk with a terrarium in it, a very large terrarium, and an alchemy station. And then you don't see any beds, but in the rafters, you see hammocks kind of hanging from them. And the floor itself is like a dark oak wood. And then as we kind of flash back into the actual home now, what we see is a destroyed desk, a terrarium toppled over on the ground. You see pamphlets with Tiamat symbols all over the floor and all over everything. The drapes, the tapestries, ravaged and destroyed. There are burn marks of like lightning etched throughout the entire room. That's what you see. The room itself also stinks of pus and bile. Inside the large tank, you do see lies a large broken open purple and yellow cocoon. So you go in there. What are you trying to investigate? Like what are you trying to find out? Like give me what you're trying to figure
How
out.
long has this been here without us noticing? Like, this is something that the guild probably would have wanted to know about a while ago. Of modifying a monster, because there's no way that's natural.
So, as you investigate, so you're trying to figure out like if Maraska was experimenting on it is kind of the idea here.
If it was that, or if it might have been some extraordinarily unheard of deviant kind of version.
Yeah. Okay. So as you look, I guess in this case, you go and try to figure out if that's what it was, if Maraska was doing something like that. With the 15, what you see is there is on the tank itself, trying, because you're investigating the cocoon, you're investigating the tank. The tank itself looks to have, like, the glass would have been intact if it didn't fall over, but you can see that the metal is like burned with acid. Like, it seems like it's melted. The tank or the cocoon itself, as you look at it, you see the same kind of acid like burn marks on the cocoon itself where it burst open. It doesn't seem like this thing didn't have any kind of acid attacks or anything like that, so that seems strange to you.
Huh. Does this store brand acid they would sell in like acid flask?
You look around, you do not see any acid flasks like on the ground or tossed to the side or like that have fallen or broken open or anything like that. There's lightning burn marks, but there's no like acid burn marks in the wood.
I pull out my not camera because I could take
Your not camera.
my not camera because it takes pictures that are just there for the sake of there.
Okay, so you take some pictures of that. What are the rest of you trying to do? Are you hanging out outside? Are you inside with him? What's going on?
I would have jumped down to the roof because I was already on the roof.
Okay, so you just like,
Yeah, and I would have had my greatsword at the ready just in case.
okay. Yeah, as you drop in, Flight's in there right now, like kind of looking around as you drop down in. You see kind of the same situation that's going on in there. Give me a perception check.
I'm good at those. Very good.
Nice. So as you're looking around, the couple things you notice is that there are there's a back door which you all have to your rooms, and as you look at the door itself, the doorknob is missing. Now you're in the middle of the room right now, so you can go always inspect it a bit closer, but the doorknob is just missing from the back door, but you don't see like footprints or anything else in the room.
Oh, the Giganax would have probably starved to death if no one was feeding it. So I wonder how it survived.
I can check.
You said there's a cocoon over there in the tent somewhere.
In the tank, like the terrarium.
Ah. Was that big enough for the Giganax to come out of?
Looking at it, yeah. I mean, it's definitely one of those things where, Giganox is... It has like, in a sense, it has like no bones, I guess it would be a good way to describe it. Like, it can definitely fold up and tightly squeeze inside of it. I don't think anybody's ever necessarily recorded a Giganox, like a Gigi transforming into a Giganox.
Things to do later.
So, it definitely is quite large. The terrarium itself was huge. It was definitely enough for the Gigi to have some movement to move around. And then, your best guess is that this is definitely where it came from.
As to why you said about the being fed, when we carve it up, let's check out the contents of its stomach. We'll see what it ate last.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, you do happen to notice, as you kind of mentioned, like it being fed. Or Gerathor or Mage, are you either of you in the place inside the room?
I think I will stay up on the roof and maybe just have a look, see if anyone looks like they're suspiciously trying to sneak away.
Okay.
Like
So,
maybe someone
yeah,
wanted to watch the destruction.
Give me a perception check on that, and then Mage, what are you doing? Are you in there with them or no?
Yeah, I would have been going around investigating as well.
Okay. Give me a investigation or perception check.
You're also right about the familiar thing. It still takes an hour. I just don't add the extra time for the ritual cast.
Gotcha. And then Gerathor, you don't happen to notice anybody, like trying to sneak out or anything like that. Sneak away. Keep an eye on what's going on still. Mage, so as they're kind of talking about this, like what has it been eating and all that type of stuff, and you happen to notice as you're kind of brushing a couple pamphlets away, a large jar of red liquid, like kind of a dark red purplish color. And as you look at it, you kind of like twist open like the lid. It smells like iron, which you definitely take as this being blood.
Tainted.
Not tainted. It looks like normal blood. It's just it's old at this point.
It's a coagulated blood.
Yeah.
I wonder if it could be. I wonder if it could be elder dragon blood, and you inject it into like an egg sac, potentially altering the development process during its youth.
That is a theory, and I have at least 2 test subjects here that I could possibly find that out with.
What would that mean? That essentially every type of elder dragon could spawn a variant based on every type, a sort of elemental infusion of that elder dragon with the monster.
It could have been just changing into its known subspecies, or just partway through it.
Yeah, and I think with that idea, Shaseth, you kind of like going with that, and there's definitely like looking at the clues, like with everybody kind of shared and looked at, and you all maybe kind of come to the same conclusion at the same time with him mentioning that maybe this was interrupted, like it was not meant to appear when it did, and as it was transitioning from a normal Giganox to a baleful one, which you all probably at least have heard of at some point in time.
It did use poison.
It did use poison, and it used lightning, which everybody give me a nature check. Or a history check, sorry. Except for Gerathor, because Gerathor, you're up kind of keeping an eye on things. History, Flight. Yeah, so Flight, you would probably be the person to know that Baleful are more lightning based. So the mixture of the two definitely kind of points towards maybe something interrupted its cocooning process. Looking at the acid burned through the terrarium, like the metal part of it, and the cocoon itself being like acid poured on it to definitely hatched it prematurely.
This could be very strange because we don't know what causes the poison organ, to change to a lightning-based one. So its instability was caused from a premature birth, and then it just allowed to grow.
I forgot that actually I had you, Shasta, make a perception check on, or did you ever go look at the back door or no?
I'll go do that now.
Okay, I know we kind of got sidetracked on that one.
Mini Orc will provide a light.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's definitely kind of a darkerish room. And there's a nice skylight right now, which is great.
Excellent.
But as you walk to the back door and you look at the doorknob itself, it's not there. But as you look at it, you can see like bits of metal that are kind of like dripping down the side of the door. That's kind of burned into it a bit, like it was melted.
Melted?
Yeah.
Like high heat or from electricity?
Give me an investigation check.
I'm not great at those.
You got 2 people who are, if you need to call us.
Yeah, I can't
You
tell.
aren't sure.
I wave Flight over. Come look at this.
I look at a missing doorknob.
You see a missing doorknob, yep.
It's melted from something, but I can't tell what.
Well, let's take a look how it liquefied. I want to look at the bottom where it's pooled on the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. 25. So yeah, looking at this, based off, like you've seen, there's a lot of lightning burn marks in most of the wood around the area. The doorknob itself is definitely pulled into, like, it's hardened. Well, it's not hard. It's actually, it seems still fresh-ish, so it's still kind of moldable a little bit. So it's still got a lot of heat trapped under like the initial like outer shell. But it definitely seems like it was melted and not from lightning. There's none of the telltale signs of that.
It would take an incredible amount of time to keep electricity coursing through a metal to liquefy it like this, and it's already cooled on the outside, and it's still warm in the middle, it looks like. So it could be from a flame, but it kind of lacks the distinction of having more burn marks. I want to check the outside real quick and see if the doorknob is doing anything.
Open the door.
So you open the door. It opens out to the back part here along the fence on the screen here.
Mhm.
And it just kind of, follows along. There's a bunch of other houses that are hunters' homes and other like residential homes that kind of go that way. But the snow itself is perfectly like smooth. There's no footprints. There's no tracks. There's no sign of anything walking back here, other than maybe a couple little like small rabbit animal tracks or something like that.
Oh. The worst case scenario, the most unlikely scenario is someone polymorphed himself into a rabbit and did this.
That or they floated.
That is another possibility. Flight disturbs snow because of the wing movements, unless you're far away enough from the ground. But levitation, just you are above the ground.
Could be an
So-
Amatsu born.
I want to cast as a ritual detect magic,
Sure.
just to see if anything's glowing or any form of aura in this room.
Well, there's no magic items in the room itself. Maraska was, he was buried with his weapons and armor and stuff like that, so there's none of that. Kitty Purry, his palico, you all, at least maybe one of you may know that she died hunting a Legiacris with a different group. Or not hunting a Legiacris, trying to flee from one during a different hunt because they encountered it. So all of, there's still like a little bit of her stuff there too, but none of it's magical.
There's no like faint traces on the doorknob or like any sign of that magic was cast on objects.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like what would be. So then the acid from the terrarium or cocoon is not magical.
What about the blood?
The blood is not magical either. But yeah, the doorknob you definitely see like traces of evocation magic. They're faint and they're just where the metal from the doorknob is now located.
Could be an extraneous heat metal spell.
There's nothing alive in this room, is there?
You guys have been in the room for probably 10-15 minutes and you have nothing's attacked you at all.
I'll ping a divine sense just in case.
Okay.
I'm good.
There are no celestial, I think you have to pick one, but there's no celestial fiends or undead within 60 feet of you.
There's no random Vespet that's still alive at in the feeding tank?
Not unless someone makes one appear. Oh, Andrew actually said, I lied. There's a Vespoid. As you guys are asking about this, a Vespoid down in from above. I'm going to make a stealth check for this sucker.
Gotta beat my passive.
I got this. 15.
No.
I see it.
Gerathor sees it, so as it's flying towards, I guess Gerathor will be in the person, yeah. So Gerathor is coming. It's coming towards you. It's coming towards it. Since you have a reach, you can make an attack first, then it gets its attack. 17, just barely hits. Let's find out if it's a fat Vespoid or not.
No, don't kill it.
Roll for hit dice. Nope. You slice at it and just slice it right in half and just kind of just explodes outwards from the force of the swing.
It had hoping to talk to it.
It's dead. Okay. Put that dead Vespoid on the board.
Start looking around the room for anything else I should take back to my my room for study. Mage, what you said before might be something I need to test out. We need to find a small test subject to do it on, though, about the possibility of elder infusion. Because if it's something that's possible, it should be something that the guild should know about quickly.
Before anyone else starts freelancing experimentation.
Yeah.
So I'll take the blood jar. I'm doing do one more investigation using mini orc as my light to see around the room.
Okay. I was trying to find anything else. A 28.
Great.
What else might you find? I mean,
While he's looking around, I'm just gonna tap
You
the
find
roof
him.
with the insect glaive and be like, anything?
I put my
Yeah.
visor down and Jarvis comes up.
Just a nat 20. You find him. He's right there in the corner of the room the whole time.
the bad guy right there. Okay, so as Gerathor asks for anything, Gerathor, they fill you in. They fill you in on the information of what is. It's gonna happen at some point, guys. You just don't know when. But Gareth, they fill you in on the information that you've heard me talking about and them talking about this whole last little bit, just to save some time. And as you're looking around, the only things you really consider probably holding on to is the cocoon itself. The terrarium maybe might be worth taking back to investigate a bit further. For even if it's not to figure out what caused this, but just for research purposes in general. There's not really many more clues in the area for you really to grab.
It's good enough for me at least.
Yeah, I think that's kind of all the information you currently have.
As long as the guild master allows it, I'll take it back with me for study. But we also still got to go investigate
Rewix.
our missing Rewix, our missing missing studying person too.
Okay. I was just thinking that with the redeem that happened, that you guys were all laughing at, they were all just happened to actually be in the room now. But
Like they were here the entire time. They're the reason this happened.
so at some point in time, you don't know when that's going to happen. But beyond that, you don't really gather anything else. I mean, you can grab a pamphlet or two if you want, just to grab Marasca's, material.
Yeah.
But you've all had one at some point in time. If
He's
you've
consistent.
he passed out those pamphlets to everybody. He had a lot of them. There's a way too many pamphlets in this room.
Begin the conspiracy theory that Marasca's still alive is actually a cult leader.
Oh, of course. No, you guys definitely saw him. Oh, no one in this group technically saw him die, but you guys were there for like his funeral.
Cats have 9 lives.
So, you exit the building, and what do you guys do?
Well,
Carve the Giga Nox is what we should do.
I'll take Gareth over to help him carve it if you guys take care of the investigation part, or bring the
Sure.
investigation to the guild.
Yeah, I still want to
Yeah.
see what it ate last. So while you're carving, I want to see that.
Okay.
That'll work. You climb up back, or you like walk out the front door. I'm like about to jump down from the roof, and it's just like, as I assume the haste runs out.
Yeah, it's definitely better. Yeah. Stunned.
So, Gerathor,
Vespet.
how do you feel after being injected with? I pull out a list. The blood of a Kezu and 3 pints of Boldrum blood.
I think you need a new recipe.
I assume Gerathor fell
It's slow
faceplant on the
starting.
ground.
Slow starting. Oh, okay. Maybe I should go find. Maybe I need to go find something else. Maybe this cure blow will be helpful.
Frenzy virus.
Yeah, I probably like just fall flat on my face.
Instant heart attack.
And shake it off after a few seconds. You're good. All right, so we're gonna go carve up some stuff here. So let's go and get these carves going.
I will, for the sake of it, I will give Gerathor 3 plus 4s because I can.
Okay. If you're making the carve checks, yep, go and make them Gerathor. I got my stuff
roll
here.
a 1.
3 or 4.
3 carve checks.
And you get plus 4 to all of them.
Hey,
20, 28, 20, and 19.
those are 3 successes. We'll roll for them. We'll roll for them after we do everybody else. We roll for the rest of the carves. So you have no Vespoids to carve because they were all just destroyed. But you have
Giggies?
4 Giggies you can carve.
Giggies.
I'd like to keep 1 Gigi with us. I'm going to see
One
if this
fail.
is something that could potentially lead us down a genetic line.
Okay, so you take one of the Giggies also to do some research. Go ahead and
Take the one. Takes the last one.
yeah, the one he's like, wait, I want that one. He's like, fine. You just like stop the initial cut and let him have it. So you take the one from like the smith.
The
No.
one I liquefied?
Yeah, oh, that's true. You don't take that one. You take the one that's on the roof.
All right.
So we have all those cards. We have all that stuff. Let's go ahead and roll for loot in this case. Since we're doing a campaign, we're not going to really have like an end of... We'll figure that out later. But for now, we're going to make the rolls. And you're in town in this case, too. So I need 3 rolls for the Giganox and 3 rolls for the Giggies. Who wants to do the rolls? How do you guys
I'll
want to
do
do
one.
it?
I'll do a Giggy.
I just
Oh,
took
no.
the carves so everyone else can roll. I'm just gonna quickly
Okay.
grab a drink.
Everybody make me 2 rolls, and besides Gerathor.
Oh, 2 rolls. 17 to 14.
All right. 4 and a 9. Okay. So
One more from Mage.
he did 2. He did a 4 and a 19. All right. So I'm doing the first ones as Giggies and the second ones as the Chaotic Giganox. So
All right.
that's
So
2.
2, 17, and a 4.
A 2, a 4, yeah, and a 17. Yep. So I have this actually still here. I will have to I'll have to copy paste the chaotic one because that's still just in GM Binder right now. Monsters, flying, Giggy. So a 2, a 4 are stingers, and the 17 is a velvety hide.
Nice.
Could
So
make a suit out of this
2x
stuff.
stingers, 1x velvety hide. Okay, and now the chaotic one. Let's see here. I gotta sneeze. I'm trying not to.
At you.
Chaos.
So a 14 on chaotic is a shocking maw. So this one is a big one.
Big one.
So armor effect. Shocking maw. You have resistance to poison and lightning damage while you wear this armor.
That's pretty cool.
Then you have the armor effect.
The weapon effect?
That thing. So armor has 4 runes. When you hit a creature with this weapon, you can expend 1 rune to have the target make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw or be incapacitated and have its movement reduced to 0 for 1 minute. Then can repeat its saving throw.
What
It's
CR
actually,
was that?
it's actually a high DC.
14.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was this was
I'd do it.
this is a difficult one. And then we
19.
have. So the next one is a 19, which is a noxious venom gland.
Venom.
So the armor effect is when you're hit by a melee attack, and you can use your reaction to leap 15 feet in a straight line away from the attacker without provoking opportunity attacks. During this leap, you spray poisonous gas at the attacker, who must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned until the end of your next turn. You can use property number of times equal to your Constitution modifier, regaining all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Ooh.
Yep.
That might be a good one for Mage.
Yes, it
I
would.
can only use it once though. I only have a,
Well, once I hit level 14, you can use it 4 times.
Could be one to hold on to. And then we have the weapon effect, which you guys might be interested in too also. When you inflict the poison condition on a creature, that has a duration of 1 minute. It must succeed on the Constitution saving throw 1 additional time to end the effect. So it's 2 successes to end it instead of 1.
Poison matters.
so it has to roll 2 times.
2 successes. Yeah, so no matter what, it's at least poison for 1 turn no matter what. And then if they succeed twice, it's a 2-turn duration no matter what at a minimum. And then the final one is a 16, which is actually another noxious venom gland. So you have 2 of the noxious venom glands, you have 1 shocking maw.
Pretty good
I don't-
rolls off this thing.
I don't have any poison spells, but that one's really good.
Yeah.
I really like the shocking more.
Yeah.
Gland.
Someone who doesn't have resistances besides Mage.
I changed my resistance up based on what we're fighting.
So
I
either
don't
me or
need it.
Gerathor.
I'd probably slot that in right now because when I wear the earplugs, I get advantage on thunder
Saving those against,
saves.
yeah.
Resistance and immunity stuff is really good as trinkets, so you can switch them out.
I've already got my trinket as my marathon runner at the moment, which is kind of just like omni useful.
Yeah, but it only takes an action to switch them.
While we're in here, what is the contents of the stomach of the Giganox?
Yeah, so as you're carving, Gerathor cuts open the stomach, and it is just a pool of blood just pours out. That's all that's in there.
Well, vials.
I mean,
I was hungry.
It's a lot of blood. Where'd I get the blood from?
It might be the substance that was in the cabin.
I know, but where'd that come from?
Might have actually just been delivered and fed to it. This might have accelerated its growth. I theorize it would take a few years for a Giga to grow into a Giganox.
A few years, yeah, but it hasn't been that
it's
long.
been about 9 months. Roughly-ish since Maraska got that thing.
I mean,
Also,
I'm sure the mutation involved is the reason why it is the way it is.
Also, I did forget that you guys did also find Maraska's like tome of like his book for on Tiamat and her stuff, an occult book is what you did find.
Good, more reading.
Ooh, I'll take it. I
There you
can.
go.
I'll just take a nap and I'll read through it when I'm asleep.
Oh, you could do that.
Yeah. I can literally lie on a bed of books and I'll be touching all of them and I can just read in my sleep.
Read while sleeping. Fun.
So
All
if,
right, well, there you go.
yeah, so if you guys want to figure out your armor and stuff now, you're more than welcome to, or for these new materials. There's also the Gigi Stinger and the Velvety Hide. So you know, Gerathor. There are 2 Stingers and 1 Velvety Hide.
Let's give a stinger to our friendly neighborhood over here because he tried to help at least.
Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob could get a stinger.
You guys
I
like,
think.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
He's excited about it.
Congratulations, you survived your first hunt.
Yeah,
No XP. It's ours.
he gets some XP. He got a hit. He took 14 damage. So let's see here. All right, so we're gonna give him a
He's good.
stinger.
Juiced to like level 4.
All right, so who wants the shocking maw? It's between, I think it's between Gerathor
I kinda
and
really
Shaseth. Did
Uh,
you guys want to roll for it, or did you want to pass it to somebody? It's up to you guys.
what immunities do you already have, Gerathor?
None.
Well, or resistances.
Fire. And my armor has thunder. But the thunder is counterintuitive when I'm using
Advantage
the
against
earplugs.
save throws, yeah.
Yeah, you can take it.
Okay.
I think.
Shocking maw goes to you, and then the noxious venom gland. Are we giving one to Mage, and then the other one can be split between Flight or Shaseth?
Yeah,
I will not
Mage,
need it.
Mage can have one.
You
I
can
guess
take
I'll-
it, Shaseth.
Yeah, I can take it, I guess.
Shaseth, take the other noxious venom gland. So that's what you guys have. Copy the. Like I said, I'll have this monster released later today, after the next game, because we'll be running this same one with the other group. And then
What was it called?
a noxious venom gland. It's in the
No,
chat.
I'm sorry, the monster.
Chaotic Giganox. So like like chaotic Gormagala. I was like, we're gonna make this a chaotic one.
I figured.
That's how I was
Also,
basing
we're
the
in timeshares with our homes.
name. Alternate realities. Or they're yeah, it's timeshares. When you're not there, it's somebody else's, and the rooms just magically change to the right type of furniture. All right.
All right.
So as the guild workers kind of spend some time cleaning all this stuff up, I'm gonna delete this hole in the wall because they don't need to see it. I'm gonna just hide it.
I'll have some of the Palicos take the stuff I would need back to my cabin, and we'll go let the guildmaster know what we found at least.
Yep. So I mean, she's probably sitting out looking at the mess, ordering, giving some directions to some, like, it's time we must get that fixed up and built. There's no need for anybody from the guild to be notified about this. We will take care of it ourselves. Oh yes, Flight. Good work.
What about not notifying the guild?
There's the problem has been taken care of. There's no need for them to know that this incident occurred.
Hold up.
The American sense of pride is tingling.
This it's going dark.
She just looks at you all like, that is my word. It is fine. It is taken care of. Excellent work. Go get some rest and go find Rewix.
Okay. Did you want to know what we found?
I
No,
telepathically.
you can inform Shirley. Shirley will let me know. And she goes, Shirley? And then Shirley comes walking up like, hi, everybody. Yes, come. I'll take care of you all. Just come on inside when you have a second, and we'll take some notes. We'll get everything written down and all that jazz.
I'll give you a written report once I figure out what I actually have here in a bottle.
Very well. Just let me know. I'll be around. Now you get some rest, take some care. You look a little wounded. She looks at Shaseth. I'm pretty sure you almost died. I'm glad you didn't.
It happens.
That's the way to stay being. As I put slap his back. I have Revivify for you.
You slapped my back.
Shit! I accidentally
with all
cast
the
it.
spikes?
Yeah, you take 1 point of damage as you slap the back.
My phone's about to die.
I
Those
look at that
spikes.
like, oh. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. You're spiky.
Yep.
I'm about to lose a Logan cam. So, yes, when you find out what you find, just let me know and we'll go from there. We'll make sure with a report and all that. Can I help you with anything else?
No, that should be good.
Okay.
I need
I have things to take care of.
good feed.
Good feed? Of course. Just go inside. It's on the house.
Oh, thank God.
I will ask Mage, do you want to work with me on this for now, or would you guys like to have a quick nap?
Oh, before we do anything, you want some blood?
Yeah.
Just some blood. You're not injecting me with this one.
Well,
Maybe.
if you know about it, no. But yes, I would like to get lots of blood. I pull out a comically large syringe and just start sucking it out.
Did we hand over the blood that we found from that room?
No, they didn't. She's like, well, the guild doesn't need to know. And Shirley was like, you guys do your research. Let us know what you find.
I'll keep that one out of the report.
So,
Yeah. If you would like to help me, Mage, I could definitely use an extra hand and an extra pair of eyes.
Okay. So
Yes.
it's definitely gonna take some time to research that stuff. So it'll be kind of we'll probably have you guys do some checks during long rests and while you're in towns and stuff like that to see what we find. It's not gonna be like some instantaneous thing we're gonna find right now. I mean, you could probably try to do some initial tests and we can maybe give you some information, but you aren't gonna be like, boom, we know everything in 1 hour.
Figured as much.
Yep. So, but Gerathor goes inside, and Gerathor, you watch as a Linian comes walking out with a gigantic plate, like Flintstone size, like meat, like tray, and just like sets it down on the table and just hand towards you. There you go.
Yes.
And of course, if anybody else wants a meal, also it is on the house.
I'll take one too.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Hey.
They just bring out a massive thing, or whatever you prefer. If you're a vegetarian, or if you're you don't eat vegetables, you get what you want.
I ate a steak in front of Seth.
Yeah.
Like noodles, danger noodles.
Danger noodle.
I just keeping eye contact. I grab a similarly sized steak for him,
Uh-huh.
and then just put the whole thing in my mouth and eat it.
Yeah. In one bite.
And raise an eye ridge.
I look at your eye ridge and it's like, I'm still curious how you have a lower jaw that breaks like that. What's it like to have jawbones?
I don't know. Snake-like. Flick my tongue at him.
I definitely do the full comedy, like massive, like just piece of ham, like the roasted ham on a bone.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing.
That's funny.
I'd stick my tongue at you too, but I have teeth in my tongue because I'm a bird.
Bird. All right.
I do like a little zap of like flame from one horn to the other.
Yep. You guys see, as you guys like eventually finish eating, you end up walking out. You see Jacob already at the smithy, like trying to give him the Giga stinger. Like, what can we do with this?
Should we blow his mind and give him give him the flab too?
Nah.
I don't mind.
Fly
If he
over.
wants- Go ahead.
Flies over. Hey, Jacob, guess what? I throw a piece of velvety flab in his face. Congratulations, you got 2 parts. And it fly away.
Like 6 off. It's still like sticky because it's like you guys just carved it. Like, ugh. Thanks. And he turns around to Smithy. I got this too. And then we cut to black on him. So you all finish your meals. Is there anything else you eventually are you all going to go back to your rooms and rest? Are you guys going to short rest? You're going to take a long rest. This is early in the day, so if you take a long rest, I mean, effectively you'll be back out and moving around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
That should be fine.
How long is the short rest?
Slap a short rest, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All my
For
stuff.
like 10-minute short rest, can't we?
For the expedience of a short rest, you are indeed taking a 10-minute short rest as I use catnap.
Is that for everybody or just for one person?
3
It
people.
is for 3 people,
Okay.
just not me.
Okay.
I'll just use 1 hit dice. Well, I'll use 2.
I'm gonna use a few.
They walk into my house. I'm like, "Hey guys," and I literally just knock them all out.
For catnap, does the item I have that makes short rest or short rest into full rest count for under catnap? Let me
It's
pop
a
up.
magical spell, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, because it's a time thing, so that's why I doubt that it will.
I'm going to go with a no because it says you gain the benefits of a short rest. You're not actually taking a short rest. After 4 hours of rest instead of 8. Yeah, so I would say no in this case because, yeah, it's specifically it's kind of the same idea as that one, just in spell form.
Yeah.
So, just a short rest in this case.
While they're asleep for the 10 minutes, I turn around and just start playing with the beakers.
Yeah, so you start putting things in different stuff, turning on a Bunsen burner, trying to, separate different components of the blood and whatever else may be in there and all that type of jazz. Give me an alchemist tool check. Alchemy tools?
I'll roll my thieves tools.
That works.
Same thing.
Yep. 24. So you're able to separate out maybe something. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. I'll think of something that you necessarily are trying to. Well, what are you trying to find? I guess is a good question here. What are you looking for?
Well, first things first, let's separate the 2 different bloods I got from the Giga and the one that we got from the big jar in the other house.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if there's similarities.
So 10 minutes. So you have it set up right now. At a point, it's probably gonna take you another hour. Like for the jar of blood you found in the home. It's probably gonna take you like an hour or so. You think for it to like separate out and kind of give you detailed information on what it is or what it's from. So you're kind of comparing that to like other samples of creatures and things that you've had from the past. So they'll wake up during that time. But you definitely know it's not going to take you a couple days. It's going to take you like an hour or 2 to do. I think, and that's probably what you're working on right now. You don't really have time to work on all of these at one time, but you're working on that blood. Yeah. So they wake up. Go ahead.
As I'm doing that, I get tired for a second. I lay down, and then they wake up.
So you all wake up as Flight's like,
you guys wake up the worst times.
You all stare at each other.
Doing?
Well, we gotta get our supplies and stuff before we head out.
You do.
That we should.
All right.
Yeah, you guys do that. I wanna take a small rest while you guys do that.
All right. Well, if we find anything interesting, we'll get it for you.
All right. I lay back and we'll fall asleep until they come get me.
Okay.
And I disappear for a second.
I'm doing multi-class math, trying to find out what spell slots I regain during a short rest.
Arcane Recovery, is that what you can use before the rest?
Your Warlock slots should come back.
Yeah, Warlock slots would come back, yeah. And then if you have Arcane Recovery as a wizard, you could use that just before the rest to regain, and then I think you get that ability back when you take a short rest. I think that's what it is. I'll have to look it up. But you have an array of
2 second
stuff.
level spell slots. Oh, so I can actually just go full back.
Because of what you used during the hunt?
Yeah, because I can also turn sorcery points into spell slots and slots into points. So I can do like finagling and just keep like turn my warlock spell slots into points, turn those points into slots that I can't get back, and then refill my warlock slots on a short rest.
Finugling.
Benoogling. There's
That's
obviously
what I meant. It's weird. It's weird math, but it's all during. It's just because of the triple class.
right, but you're not able to. You technically couldn't do that infinitely. It would just be you're expending your slow slots to get.
I'm limited by the amount of sorcery points because those
Yeah.
only recover during a long rest. It's just the warlock short rest that allow me to get a
gotcha.
somewhat of a refill.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
So now I have 2 sorcery points, but now I have all my spell slots back.
Okay. Good to know. And then, you guys head out to supply up. The guild workers have kind of worked on clean up. There's still blood pooling. There's still a gigantic hole over at Maraska's old home. There's someone out there with talking with a couple of felines that have like worker uniforms on that they're discussing, trying to probably figure out how to repair this and deal with the situation inside. But yeah, you arrive the general store. She's good to go. Smithy's, he's back to work already, working on Jacob's new stuff. What are you guys looking to get?
General potions, resistance potions, things like that.
Yeah. So as you go about looking for things, there is currently 1 greater potion of healing available, because that's what I rolled. And she kind of looks at you, goes like, "I'm sorry. Everybody kind of came and bought out most of the supplies after what just happened. They want to be just prepared. But I do have the 1 greater potion. I have 5 potions of healing still available, and I did keep these hidden away." She pulls out 4 potions of common resistance.
Trash.
It's a damn Giganox pandemic out here.
I definitely need to refill my resistance potions.
I could probably grab 1.
I'll grab 1 for lightning. How much are they again? 200?
200, yeah.
And I'll
Just
grab
wanna
the
say-
greater.
Tell you what,
I have
190.
15
Give you a little
greater healing
discount for
potions.
protecting the town.
I'll maybe get a calculator out.
Haha, I need the math.
So 190 plus 150 for a greater.
Yes.
It's 340, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then what were you buying, Gerathor?
I'll probably get an uncommon thunder resistance.
Okay.
I think it's the one that I need.
Okay, you can go buy one of those. 190 for that also.
Is there any alchemist flasks?
Hey, dog's back in the camera again. Yay.
Hey,
Oh, she's moving. She's moving.
she heard you.
She heard. Okay. What else? Mage, you want to buy anything? That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, any oil flasks, alchemist flask,
She probably has a couple. Let me see.
and if she wouldn't happen to have any herbs or sushi fish for sale, perhaps. Maybe I can go to the chef and see if he has any spare fish.
She looks at you and goes, I do not have any of those. I'm sorry, but I have 2 flasks of oil. I got 1 alchemist fire, and I have a vial of acid. That's the last one I have left. The other ones seem to have gone missing.
I will take them all.
Okay, the standard prices from the player's handbook. I don't know what the prices are off the top of my head.
What is it? 2 oil and then 1 of the others?
Yep.
Well, buy another adamant pill as well.
Okay. Yep, she definitely has that. She's like, they didn't buy that. They couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I'm currently stocked to the gills with greater healing potions with 15.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
I've only got 3 and 2 regulars.
I had
I have a
1150 points left over from that thing. That was
Yeah,
10
I have,
healing
like,
potions.
I have
You guys
9 greater
moving.
healing.
Turns out I'm actually the person who bought out the stock.
Is there the common resistance? Is that acid or poison as well?
Poison's in there. Yeah, acid is too.
It's just everything.
Yeah, for the most
I
part.
think it's everything but for necrotic and radiant.
No, there's a couple other ones in there too.
Necrotic, Radiant, Force, Psychic.
You guys moved. I had to adjust your cameras.
Not quite sure.
You're all up front and looking stuff up now.
Oh, I'm gonna slouch back down in a second.
Mhm.
I can see mid.
We just had like necks. That's all we saw.
You guys have necks. I'm too fat for that.
Dude, this thing is thick.
Mine disappears into my beard. It's a void.
No, you're Chuck Norris. You got a fist in there.
It's funny because the way you're placed right now, it looks like your neck is just like completely covered in hair. It just blends in perfectly.
I'll have mini morks just fly around town
Okay.
playing with kids.
So, as you guys don't want to buy anything else, or are you good to go?
I will buy a poison resistance potion as well.
Okay.
I can't think of anything to buy since it's just items for me.
Okay. Well then,
Yeah, I think I'm good.
all right. Well then, in a sec.
Actually, how many disposable earplugs does she have?
Rolling a d4. 2.
I will buy both of them.
Okay.
Do we need any special items? Dash juice and the like? Power
Oh,
juice,
yeah.
Psycho Serum.
Yeah, you remember, you guys
So-
won't always be returning to towns at the end of sessions.
Trank bombs.
So when it
Yeah,
comes
but
to
drinks.
the haste action, right?
Mhm.
Based on what I understand, I can cast another leveled spell with a hasted action because
No, you can only cast one.
a fighter's action surge allows them to.
As long
Cast
as long as you do not cast a spell as a bonus action. It's when you cast a spell as a bonus action, you cannot cast another spell on your turn as an action, no matter which action. So you can cast 2 action spells. As long as the haste action specifies you can cast a spell. If it doesn't specify you can cast a spell, you
'Cause
can't.
what I was reading, if a fighter's action surge gives you another action, and that action can be used to cast a
Yes.
whole.
Action
spell
surge.
fresh spell.
Action surge is correct because that's a full action, whereas haste specifies the action can only take a 1 weapon attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Okay.
That would be the difference in that. All right.
How did we remake Demon Drug?
I have not remade it.
We can't make them yet. Were we remaking them?
There were some suggestions. I have not.
Oh, because demon drugs are only good for blade users.
Best users.
And armor skin had some effects, I think.
But for now,
Yeah, and armor skins are pretty much only useful for magic users.
that's what adamant pills are for the non-magic users.
Yeah. Do we need bombs for any reason?
Bombs are always useful to have, especially when everything
Hmm.
flies, because the pistols don't have that much range, and if you guys can't shoot in general, I really will bring aggro at that point on myself.
Smoke bombs, flash bombs, poison smoke.
I've got a couple of poison smoke bombs. I've got tranks. I
Herbal
don't
medicine.
think-
Hot and cold drink.
Paintballs.
I think I've got. I didn't need one of them. Whichever one is the fire resistance equivalent.
So we need
Oh.
hot drinks.
Oxygen supplies. That was one of the things that I've found, at least Heavy told me, that seems to come in handy more often than not.
They're only 15 gold. I'll grab one.
Okay.
Might grab one as well then.
All right.
Once you use one though, the sack itself that holds the oxygen tends to get used up, so you can't refill it.
Popo bladders.
It's just farts.
Anyone have a barbecue spit so we can try to cook rations out in the field if we need it?
I don't.
No.
Antidotes?
I'm not there, but I do.
Okay. They would assume you're there. We'll assume that they've been shopping for a while flight and you wake up after your hour rest for your short rest if you want to heal and all that type of stuff. I think you've already done.
Oh, I'm gonna sleep as long as till they get back. So like however long it takes.
Okay.
And I think the only thing is like basic camping equipment so we can set up in the woods without having to sleep on the floor or in case we have bad weather. I have a good amount of Heavy's equipment for his survival, but it doesn't cover. It covers most things, but not everything.
I've got mostly like basic equipment for that. I think everyone kind of gets that just in general.
Well, for the sake
Yeah,
of
I
it,
got a
let's
bedroll and stuff.
go ahead and move forward with it. If there's something you guys find, when we're out of session that you want to go back and buy real fast, like something standard, like that's fine.
Yeah.
Just let me know, and let's go ahead and move this forward. So, as you all return to Flight to see if he's awake or not, Flight, you finish. It's been about that hour or so. As they come in, you also hear like the ding on like your egg timer for your test, and as you go to look and start comparing, the blood is tabaxi blood.
Wow. Marascus.
Well, I don't have Marascus blood on hand to check and see if that's the case, and that'd be a lot more work to find out a specific person out of a whole species.
True, you do not know if it's specifically Marasca, but you do know it's tabaxi. Tabaxi.
Is it a feline or
Tabaxi. It's spicy.
I take a look at it. Pretty good for sauce. Birds have don't eat cats.
Oh man, wait for the artisan cooking. A little dash of Marasca blood. All right. So
Sacrilege.
Yeah, so this is at least Marasca blood, and then the other blood. What did they have the other blood have in common with this one?
The other blood in the inside of the chaotic, it's similar.
No, the one that was in the jar.
The one in the jar inside the home that's what you were testing. That's what.
Okay.
That is the tabaxi blood.
Okay, and is it the same blood as the one that was in the stomach? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes, it is. Yeah, on a quick, easy comparison, those are the same blood. Now, the blood and the actual chaotic that you took separately, like an actual syringe of its blood, is not the same.
Okay, so the stomach content was it?
Yeah, stomach content is the exact same as the blood that you found in the jar. So that you do know. You have not had enough. You don't have enough time to test unless you want to spend a couple days here, which you don't have time for right now to really test the chaotic.
Yeah, we got a job.
Giganox's blood. So, you guys finish that up. You get ready to head out, and
Put all the stuff inside my bag of holding and go see if I can get my sample back from the guild hall.
As you go to the guild manager, she looks at you and goes, "You're going on a dangerous journey. It's right here." She points. It's still sitting on her desk. If you like, I can put it in a safer place if it makes you feel more comfortable. But I feel much better if it stayed here in case something happens to you.
Is that the entirety of
the bird?
What was that?
I can't squint as a bird, but I'm like, okay.
I promise you it will be fine. You can ask Shirley. She will also confirm.
Surely she's reliable.
Was that the entirety of the blood sample?
The vial is what he's talking about of the from the poacher from the Kieran hunt. She's holding on to that because if you guys die or something like that, then they lose the sample and you all. So keeping it here is just a safer bet. That's all she's saying.
Well, so if I'm right, I think Heavy had 3. He had 3 bottles, and I gave 1, so I still have 2 left on me.
There was only
spotted.
There was only 1 vial of the purple liquid, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm saying when we found that, Heavy had 3 bottles of spotted blood from a previous
Gotcha.
frenzy encounter.
Yeah.
So we still have 2 samples of that because I gave 1.
Yeah, spotted blood's fine. She's just concerned with the purple liquid, is what she's concerned with. That's it. Just as long as that stays here in case something happens. Otherwise, you can continue your research with Rewix when you return. So,
all right.
As you
Let's go.
You head out. What we're gonna do. So, rules for traveling, just to speed things up because I really hate travel.
Same.
What I like to do is instead of, because in D&D, there's always supposed to be like 5 to some odd amount of encounters per day for challenges and all that type of jazz, and I really hate that. So what I do is kind of a gritty rules where you guys get your long rest. In a sense, you would have gotten it now. You guys kind of you skip that. In this case, your travel time is the distance of 1 long rest. You'll have 2 short rests in that time frame to use whenever you want, but we're going to spread our encounters out then across multiple days. So you may end up encountering a monster on Monday and then on Wednesday, but unless you officially take a short rest, mechanically wise, you just sleep like normal without regaining any of your slots and stuff like that. It works the same. It just time frame. It's prettier, I guess, is the sense of it all. It's the same thing as a normal day, just spread across a week-long trip. So we're still going to use our Trailblazer. I have some. I did a couple new little rules, try to add in Trailblazer for traveling and all that type of jazz. So let me see if I can find them. Just kind of give an idea of what you can do as your role while you're traveling. So Trailblazer is going to decide on the pace that the group's going to be going. So, you know, the slow, normal speed, or fast-paced. Slow, you guys will do stealth checks, and you'll travel carefully and cautiously. Less likely to encounter stuff, but it takes longer. Your normal pace is just a normal, you're just walking, you're doing your stuff, nothing strenuous, nothing like that. Fast pace, you will have to make a con save at the end of each day that you're going at a fast pace, or suffer a level of exhaustion. To give you an idea, slow pace you travel 18 miles. A normal pace you travel 24, and a fast pace you travel 30 in a day. So it definitely will speed some things up. So Trailblazer decides on the pace, and they'll make survival checks for the journey. Their survival checks for each day could potentially you guys may encounter positive things like benefits, like we kind of do in the normal hunts. Negative ones on ones are guaranteed. 20s are guaranteed positive, or normal successes. I'll roll to see if there's an encounter or not. Using the location stat block. The spotter in this case is the one that's responsible for keeping an eye out for any ambushes during travel. So that's not, the scout will not be going ahead of the group during travel. You'll be with the group. The scout, on the other hand, will do checks at the end of the day to find locations to rest safely, using like their stealth or perception, potentially survival. I'll give them like kind of an option on that. And the artisan, as usual, will do his cooking. I haven't really thought of anything else specifically for the artisan yet, but at the moment, he's cooking. So
I can provide us an apt enough mount by a fine steed,
nice.
assuming you allow that.
I mean, yeah.
Otherwise, it can just be a horse.
An apt, no, I'm trying to think of.
This will be like our pack mule, so we can carry stuff without us having to be
For sure.
slowed and everything.
You got a little cart behind him and stuff like that. Yeah, there definitely would be something like that. So that's
We can
fine.
carry more items in bulk now.
Yeah. Anything you do not plan on taking with you on the journey, leave in your home. Put it like in the bio section, in a specific like section or something like that. Just find some way to separate them for stuff that does not happen. Because if you die and the whole group dies, then anything that's on you obviously will not be given to the next character or anything like that. So let's go ahead and determine roles. Who's going to be what on this journey to find Rewix?
I'll be spotter.
Blazer of trails.
So,
Artesian.
then I have the other one.
What did Mage want to be?
Artesian.
Artesian.
Artisan.
You be a scout then?
I can't do much.
Okay.
And that means, Flight is the scout. No,
I'll bring.
Shasta is the scout. Flight is the spotter.
No, I'm a spotter.
I'm mixing things up.
So can who do
Snake
you
is
help out with the spotter?
What?
I'm thinking. He wants to know if Kahootie can help with your spotter role.
Because it'll basically be an owl flying up in the air.
He did when I was doing spotting.
I have done it with Mini Orc, yeah. Yeah, I mean the only reason I was considering it though because Mini Orc is part of yours, whereas Kahootie is Mage's, and Mage's is not doing the spotting. He's doing the artesian.
Well, because it acts independently, like it gets its own turn. So
I'll allow it. Plus Kahootie.
I think I'm going to leave a vast majority of my trinkets at home.
Okay.
Don't think I really need most of them.
Okay. So
I normally write item box next to things that I'm leaving behind.
I have a whole separate page of things I don't take with me.
Yeah, I'm basically just going to take trinket 1 and trinket 2.
all right. So we begin to head out on our journey. Gerathor, would you please give me a survival check and let's see how this first little bit goes.
I'm bringing my trinkets.
Okay. 21. Good start. That was a shitty roll. I didn't actually roll. There we go. It just like dropped. Okay. So you begin your journey as you head out from the town, starting to make your way down the mountainous path, wind at your back, the mountains to the east as you begin heading kind of southwest down. As you get about 20 or so minutes out of the town, I need to check something.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
As we're going down,
Yep.
Hey, we ever get Elder Dragon bones? Can't we like mine up that weird sword that the Elder used to use here?
Oh, I'm in loot tables.
What if it's still here?
You, as you're talking about that, you know of the area, and it is off limits to hunters unless permission has been granted by the guild manager.
Trespassing time.
Yeah.
I like to have my life.
That
not be
won't get
burdened
you
by a bunch
killed.
of guild merchants.
Definitely won't get you killed. So,
Our cart has like a little box in it for storing stuff in it.
oh shit! I just popped out my chat. Whatever. I accidentally double clicked on the Roll20 stuff and popped it out. Oh, I have it up there.
no.
So, as you are making your way down, you. I already forgot who's doing what.
I'll cast Arcane Lock on our chest just to be safe.
Okay.
Alright.
Shaseth, you notice a black and white paw sticking out of a bush along the path. Maybe 15 or so feet ahead of you.
I pointed out to Gerathor. Gerathor. You see that? There's a paw there.
Do I see it?
Yeah, he points it out. You see it.
Do you think that's gonna be an ambush or just like what's it doing sticking out of paws? Is it like trying to hide or
It could be. Hold on, I got an idea. I'm gonna slowly reach the insect glaive out
Mm-hmm.
and just pop the kinsect off
Mm-hmm.
and send it just like casually flying towards the bush.
Okay. So
And I'll have it just fly past the bush.
okay, flies past the bush. You all watch as the foot sinks into the bush, but nothing pops out or anything like that.
definitely hiding? Well,
You want me to
since I
send
have
the kinsect in there?
no, we'll just stop here and I'll shout out in Linian because I know Linian. So why are you hiding in that bush there?
And you hear, they know! And then you watch as a bunch of Linians pop up. They pop up, and you see 4 of them, kind of the bigger, Mellinks is what these ones would be, because they're the black and white ones, jump up, and you see in their hands a large yellow bomb.
I hide my eyes behind my greatsword.
Yeah, you are all ready for this, so they throw them, and I need each of you to make me a Constitution saving throw with advantage, because you're all prepared. And you watch as another 8 pop up around the bushes around that are a bit smaller, a little scrawnier. Pretty quick,
I
though.
think we got it.
Yeah, as they just they go charging forward, as you all like cover your eyes, close them, prepared, and you
Put my
see
shades on.
as you look, or is there like one of the wild Mellinks is like at there getting ready to grab into your pouch. They see that you see them, and he makes a quick decision to try to take something anyways.
I'm gonna grab him.
So let's see here. Hey, I'll give you all on. There's gonna be 2 of them on each of you. I need each of you to make me a dexterity saving throw. I'm gonna cancel out the advantage because there's 2 of them going for each of you. So it'll just be a straight and normal roll. And
Oh no.
so Shaseth, you grab the one by the arm. It's like, and it's trying to pull itself free. It starts to bite on your hand. And then another one that you knew was there, but got there much quicker than you expected. Reaches in and grabs and reaches into your pouch.
I'm gonna throw the melons I have at it.
So it reaches in and pulls out. It pulls out an herb. Do you have any felvine, or what other herb do you have?
I have herb.
You have herb. So it pulls an herb out and starts getting ready to run. And yeah, you just like improvise weapon throw. Give me a roll me a straight strength, because this is an improvised weapon. 9. It ducks out of the way as the cat just goes tumbling in the dirt, on the snow, and it gets back up and looks at you and just kind of, and it starts running, starts to burrow under the ground. Whereas the other one still continuing to run with the herb.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up to it.
Everybody else succeeds. So you all you throw the wild mellings off as they all start to scare. You hear at least Shaseth. I'm not sure who else speaks Linean. As you watch as the 4 that threw the flash bombs, the other 6 that tried to get it from everybody else didn't work. And then there's that 1 running. So what were you doing, Shaseth?
I have a movement speed of 40. I'd like to catch up to it if I can.
Yeah, so
both use in action.
You're dashing, it's just running. It's like, I got away. Turns around and you're like right behind it. Fuck. And you watch as it grabs its mace and swings around at you and tries to hit you with it. It was a whisper roll, but it was a 14.
No.
Yeah. So it swings and you just like parry it with your arm, and then you pull out what do you do? I guess actually.
I'm gonna grab my greatsword and use a flat side to do a non-lethal charge attack against it.
Okay. Yeah. So you stop in front of it. It pauses as you charge up 1 swing and just sideswipe it. Make the attack.
What do you mean non-lethal?
You're not heavy. You're not allowed to say that.
Right.
Go ahead and roll damage. That's a hit.
Actually, this would be the first round of combat, wouldn't it?
It would be the first round of combat.
Level 3 charge.
Okay, so that is
Non-lethal, by the way.
yeah. So it's not lethal as he just batter swings this thing, hits it, and he goes just flying off into the distance. It goes full on Team Rocket, but the herb is laying there on the ground.
I sniff, pick up my herb, walk back.
I rolled a natural
Run
1
back.
on its stealth checks for them. I was like, son of a bitch. But with that, and you're conquering the first encounter of your travels, that is where we're going to end the stream today. Like on time.
Yeah.
So, for those watching, I have another game at 2 p.m. So 2 hours from now with another group. In this case, it'll be almost the exact same hunt or adventure as what just happened, kind of the starting of this adventure. I expect the groups to branch off in different directions at some point in the near future, and that's where our stories will kind of evolve differently, especially depending on what you guys choose to do. For you guys playing, what'd you think about this session compared to, like, obviously before we were doing Monster of the Weeks, which were a bit different, but how'd you feel about this game?
It's a start. It'll be. I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait to spend 15 Vespoids on the next group.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna preemptively.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna preemptively do this.
Redeem 1. I gotta do some counting and stuff. So
I'm gonna max out there.
if you like what I do, and you're interested in running a game yourself, interested in more stuff and whatnot, check out my Patreon, where you can get access to the Guide to Monster Hunting, the Monster Manual, which is now combined with the loot tables, so that's much easier to do now. Or if you want to get extra content, you can get monster hunts, extra subspecies monsters, early access if you're an HR3 or above. Go check it out. I'll be back in 2 hours to check that out, or to run another game, and I am looking forward to seeing how that one's going to go versus this one.
Much worse with this many Vespoids.
That's me.
And I got all mine coming in too.
You leave your house and you encounter Vespoids that were, right on the roof, just attacks.
I won't be here for the second, so I'm doing preemptively.
Gotcha, no problem. All right, thank you guys again, and I will see you all in like 2 hours.